We're having some fun now, man.
This is it. The finals are set. The lights are on. Celebrating 20 years of FD, baby. Send it. Here we go. This is Formula Drift, and we are on the streets of Long Beach for the first round. Your winner, Matt. Welcome out to Road Atlanta. This is round 2 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Longdon Jr., 2-time champion.
The battles that we had at Orlando, I mean, they were intense. There was a lot of contact with the inside.
Whoa, are you kidding me? Look at that. That was awesome. Kelsey to Nova gets the win. This is Englishtown Raceway Park, also known as round 4. Simon Olsen, Adam Elsey, neither have had a Formula Drift overall win, and one of them is going to make history. It is pro time here in St. Louis. The stage is set for round 5 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. The finals are set. Odie Bakshi's against a new points leader, Frederick Osbo. Come on, boys, send it! Odie Bakshi's initiates in that first outside zone. Osbo cutting through that smoke line. Odie Bakshi gets the win! Who's gonna get the victory here at Evergreen Speedway? We've seen 5 previous rounds, 5 different winners. Frederick Osbo is leading the pack. Chelsea Denofa, Dylan Hughes, the local boy, is going to put it down for his town. Oh, doctor, they go off course. Dylan Hughes surges forward. Contact was made. That's all she wrote. Your winner here at round 6. Chelsea Denofa gets the win. We'll see you guys in Utah. Send it! How we doing, Utah Motorsports Campus? Make some noise! Rising to the occasion in more ways than one. That's right, we are here at round 4, the final round of 4 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. This is UMCFD, Utah Motorsports Campus, just outside of Salt Lake City, Utah. Casual Friday, but a champion will be crowned before dinner time. That's right. Well, dessert's going to be served in way of champagne on the podium for both the winner here at round 4 and a 2023 Link Engine Management ProSpec champion. Who will it be? Well, one driver decides his fate here in the 16. This is the Type S Elevated, presented by AutoZone. I'm Jared Dienda, your tour guide, alongside Matt Sopa, who's normally on the line during Pro. We brought him up to the booth, maybe caught a little bit of air conditioning for just a moment because the sun is beating down. I'll tell you what, the elements as far as the wind, the sun, and sometimes rain here in Utah. I said the R word, I said the wet word. It might be, but you know what? I just curse us. Matt Sopa, how we doing, bud?
Oh, great. Glad to be up here. Glad to see all the action from our ivory and glass tower.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's an awesome experience.
We saw qualifying yesterday. We saw 32 earlier. So without further ado, if you could, please stand, remove your hats for what I think is the best damn country in the world, our national anthem, United States of America. Please remove your hats. Thank you. Let's get ready to send it. That's right, UMC. You can see the win there. Now let's introduce you to our top 16 drivers who have fought tooth and nail to get here. We kick things off with our current points leader. If he gets the win in top 16, no pressure in his field suspension, pedal commander, Kohl Works vehicle, it is Ben Hobson. Running down the line here as far as, again, he is our #1 qualifier. The Jack fought back, and the Jack did not win because he is going to continue on. We'll see how he throws down. He won in Atlanta. Can he do it again? Make some noise for Rudy Hansen. Coming up next, this gentleman got a win last year. That spicy habanero, Gonzo's cheering him on. He is the Drift Wizard. Behind the E46, it is Andy Hateley.
I see you.
All right, our only female here in competition, that top one, oil, Ford-powered S14, coming to us from Florida. It is Kelsey Rowlings. All right, coming on down the line, again, the TR on the door, battered, bruised, but guess what? He advances on past Farouk Kawhi. Can he continue on with his success? It is Trevor Root.
Woo! Let's go.
Coming us from Georgia, Miles for Styles. What's going on with the hat there, buddy? Protect himself from the sun. That's right. He is Fast Mods, and he is gunning for the sun. And here we go. Make some noise for Dustin Miles. All right, another BMW 4-year diet, the bright orange retina-burning vehicle. Team No Grip Life. It is Tyler Foley here at top 16. This gentleman, he thought he was out. He might have got him knocked down, but he is back at it like a track addict. He is more Hooman than Hooman because it is Hooman Rahimi. All right, up next, here we go. He works in the donut pits. They make t-shirts, but they make content, and this gentleman makes a lot of noise here from Southern California. Donut S14, Adam Knapik. Up next, he is here driving that United States Air Force BMW. He is back at it again for a second time here this season. Make some noise for Evan Bogovich. Oh man, he is one fierce competitor. This man definitely goes for it. He's a final battle 32. He's going to be going against Kohl Richards. Make some noise for Austin Matta.
I know you girls are watching home. Dad loves you.
Everybody loves this gentleman, and he is ready to throw down Big Duck Club, Kansai wheels on the corner. Of course, all the vehicles on GT radials. Throwing the hearts out there because everybody loves Josh Love. This driver definitely fought to get here into our 32. Past a two-time champion. You can feel the energy. Car's running off his energy. The M-Spec Performance S chassis. It is Kasey Kohl. Our next pilot, I mean, this gentleman, we give him the non-alcoholic champagne when he wins, just like he did in New Jersey. Sub 21 years old, Coro Works. Make some noise for the Richards Racing vehicle, the pilot that is Kohl Richards. Some more BMW, the E36 variety, the Deutschwerks E36. GT radios, of course, on the corners, Koenig wheels. It is Jack Davis. And last but definitely not least, vehicle seems to be working out for him. Number 2 qualifier. Can he take it to the top? He's going against Dustin Miles in the top 16 Bridge Moto BMW. It is Jeff Donati. They are your top 16 pilots. They are ready to send it, shred it, till they dead it. Re-rack them and stack them. We saw some great qualifying yesterday. Absolutely beautiful conditions here at UMC, Utah Motorsports Campus. Again, Jared Dienda, your tour guide, alongside Mr. Matt Sopa, keeping it clean, Sopa on Europa. And Matt, we talked about qualifying, we talked about the conditions, shape of things to come. I think, you know, as we went through 32, the driving got a little more refined in my eyes. You know, just I think the second to last battle, I think Madison and Richards, really good battle. You know, Madison has a lot of equity, a lot of time behind the wheels S chassis, and Kohl Richards a lot of confidence in his corner, even being so young. But then even Matta and Malvasio, you know, and just the way 16 is shaping up. Any big battles stand out in your mind outside of Hobson? Again, the big elephant in the room, or the biggest trophy in the room, is obviously that of Hobson. He currently, it's sitting, it's in the waiting room, it's buffering. If he wins this, and if he wins his battle, which again, Hobson will be going against that of Kasey Kohl, who is not, he's not a pushover.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Any other battle stand out in your mind? Because again, not only championship, but of course you want to win a round.
Yeah, as far as battles, I mean, I got a couple drivers that I know are going to kind of wow us here, that we might not be in like the top 5 or whatever, but Adam Knapik, I had a chance to talk to him right before getting up here. He's like, the car's dialed. I'm like, I can tell. Just clean up the chase. He's like, my chase was cruddy. I was like, everyone's wasn't stellar, but
right.
Yeah, let's polish him up. That's the only thing I can take away from 32. We're going to see much cleaner battles here. Now we got the cream of the crop in the 16, and let's do this dance.
Yep, I love it. There we are looking at Kohl Richards. Hobson's got 277. Hateley's got 212. That is a large departure. Like I said, the only way that Hateley could take it away, because there's no shot mathematically of Rudy Hansen taking that. Basically, Hobson would need to lose in 16. Hateley would need to win the event to be champion here this year. So the likelihood, all signs are saying, you know what, that's an uphill battle.
Right.
But you never know.
Yeah, for Kohl to take out Hobson would be an incredible disrupt to our bracket here and his championship, obviously. And then for Hateley, you know, he doesn't have an easy road. You know, Rowlings on a little bit of a heater
Kelsey
this weekend,
Rowlings,
too.
The way she was driving.
Yeah.
There we are looking at him, like you said, Kohl and Hobson notably. Hansen and Knapik, you know, Root and Foley, both E36s. You got Donati and Dustin Miles. BMW versus, you know, Dustin is S chassis. Bogovich, you know, he's had one previous round in this vehicle. He did okay. I think he has, you know, more seat time that he could probably get a little bit better. That vehicle owned by the Sorensen Motorsports camp. She's over in Sardinia. But again, taking a look at it, Love going against Bogovich, like I talked about, or no, excuse me, Davis, Jack Davis against Bogovich. Love is going against Hooman Rahimi. And then that of Richards and Matta. I think that last battle is going to be a really good battle going off of what we saw from them in 32. And, you know, talking to Tonka Ayano, again, an FD veteran, he says, you know, Matta, he's definitely a good driver, but sometimes that's even better going against somebody who is very familiar with their car, is driving well. That way, it's a trust fall. Trust me, catch me. You know what's going to happen.
Yep, absolutely. I love, I was going to mention that earlier. I kept forgetting to, that the lead car is, you know, you're building trust. And if someone's comfortable and you know the spotter is going to see that, your spotter is going to tell you, hey, let's get up in their business, you know?
Yeah, straight up. And you see that, no foul play. Not that there's foul play, but it's just, you know, that level of trust. All right, they're going to commit, they're going to go. There's, you know, that's how it is. But Blake Olson, you know, talking to his mom and his dad earlier today, and walking up here, and you know, they're, of course, they love their son. They're proud of him. Blake's kind of beating himself up. He shouldn't. That's just the level of PROSPEC. Derek Madison, you know, he's out, right? Yep. I mean, here's 1 and 2 from last year. That goes to show you, to a testimonial to how good the driving is, and it could be anybody's game. We talked about that earlier.
Absolutely. And Hateley's the last one in our podium from 22 to have a chance for a two-peat here.
Yep. So again, Hateley is the gentleman that stands between Ben Hobson and that title of being 2023 Link Engine Management PROSPEC champion. You know, it's always interesting, as you know, earlier in the day, 32. We'll see it again tomorrow with pro competition, but you get, you know, 32 drivers on track, you get 32 spotters, kind of roughly, and then starts whittling down to 16 to 8, you know, and just quickly. And eventually, there'll be only 2 spotters up here, and they're in the heads and headsets of the drivers that are in the final. So excited for today's festivities, and obviously going into tomorrow into the Pro Championship, round 7. But walk us through this track. Where are you seeing some moments of greatness? Where are you seeing some opportunity to tidy it up? And
yeah, for sure. Everyone's, you know, cruising their faces off going into Interclip 1. We're getting 100-mile-an-hour speeds, but the real crux is the chase driver getting that spot from outer zone 1 to outer zone 2. Really difficult to nail down in that position. The lead, you get the clean air, the clean sky, you can see the track. Chase is going to be really difficult. And then holding that position, and then of course, just as equally, if not a little behind the important, is the transition from 2 to 3 in the chase position, is to dial that in and doing it in the right position in the track to keep that proximity all the way throughout these zones. These zones are like an 1/8 mile long.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, they are massive. That outside zone 2. I like that we removed the inside clip 2, you know, from last year to this year. The flow of it seems a lot more organic. It's higher speeds, and on paper it looks fairly simple, but having that arc, filling it, getting it dialed, it's really going to highlight, you know, those little mistakes, those minute mistakes that it can accumulate. You know, once you're thrown off, it could really, you know, it could really throw you off. So, and you could see how many points, you know, 1st to 3rd, you can see how much separation there is from there. And then with Hobson having that lead, that's why Hobson, if he wins, he's your champion, because, you know, between Hateley and Hobson, our points leader, it's pretty big.
Pretty cut and dry.
All right, so taking a look here.
Hobson and Buchanan, I believe, or what do we got?
That looks like that is Ben Hobson out front there. That's just, and that was Ryle Connor earlier. Very quickly, Ryle Connor, you know, you talked about Hobson not qualifying as well as you thought, you know, but still
top 10.
Top 10.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, Rudy Hansen, he's on a tear. He's got a lot of confidence in his corner. You kind of see it. You see his passion, and, you know, he's out there going for it. But all eyes are on Ben Hobson and that fuel suspension pedal commander, Coro Works S chassis. And, yeah.
That's one thing I never realized. Since kind of Rye O'Connor kind of balled it up and threw it away for himself, we never got to see a full chase competition run from Hobson. So that's going to be really interesting to see out of the gate here, or on the other side of the bracket once we get over there.
That is true, but he just, you know, it would be great to, by no means going to have a perfect event because he didn't qualify #1. That's what we call a perfect event. But Rudy Hansen, obviously, you know, getting that win in Atlanta. Kohl. Richards getting the win in New Jersey. Hobson winning in St. Louis. Real emotional for him. And I know, who is it, Stuckey and him, they have the wrench. They get back and forth. Who's holding the wrench right now? I believe that Ben Hobson's holding it. So taking a look here again, this is not live. This is Ryan O'Connor leading earlier against Hobson. And yeah, you brought up a great point. Hobson, yes, he got practice, tandem practice, solo practice, got qualifying, but sometimes, I've even heard this being said when we have less than 32 drivers, there's buy runs. Yeah. That doesn't always favor you. Sometimes you're just sitting on your hands, just kicking it, doing nothing, and you need to be sparring out there, right? You kind of need a shadow box or mock, need to spar. So here we are, taking a look at the keys to the victory.
So as lead driver, we want that quick to angle at initiation. They're coming down there, grab that handbrake real fast, decel after the transition, which is really important, not into into outer zone 2, back on that throttle in that zone 2. Of course, fill all those zones, and we want those big snappy transitions going in everywhere. That's going to give you the kind of key factor. It's going to be maybe a little harder to chase, but that's what your spotter's for, to kind of let you know what their style might have been throughout the weekend, so that the chase driver can kind of anticipate that going into those transitions, because we only have 2 of them to shine. So.
Yep. All right, so there's the keys to the victory for the lead driver, talking about quick angle at initiation. Now let's take a look at the GT Radial keys to victory for a chase driver. Get close at initiation, and you want to maintain that, because you can get close, but we've seen it where you bite off more than you could chew. You have to back off. Position your car in the pocket. Not only is that good and you're not leaving the judge's hands, but also smoke. We saw this earlier, smoke playing a big role. And if you get in that pocket, you're not catching as much smoke, because the smoke gets a little thicker out back. Maintain that proximity. And again, I'm Jared Deanna. Thank you so much. This is Matt Sopa. Our judges right here in front of us. You got Ryan Lontaine here in the middle. Over here to my left, on your right, you got Brian Egger. And coming to us from Japan, Robbie Bushido Blade Nishida. And staying hydrated. It's the higher elevation, the temperatures. It's pretty hot down there in the pits and on the track. Again, thank you so much for joining us here. We are live from Utah Motorsports campus. Excited to have some fans, some family, some friends out here. That's this great facility, and we are getting ready to shred it till we send it, till we dead it, talking about those tires. And this is the PROSPEC Championship, and given that title, everybody's running the Link Engine Management, the official engine management of Formula Drift and the PROSPEC Championship, as well as everybody is running on GT Radial tires. And remember, tomorrow is Pro, and we're going to find out who wins. And again, we will find out who wins the championship, celebrating 20 years of Formula Drift. This all started as an idea and a concept of Ryan Sage and Jim Lau, co-founders of Formula Drift. And at Irwindale, just about a month from now, we'll be at the House of Drift finding out who wins, not only at this iconic track for 20 years we've been partaking the festivities at, but also a 2023 champion. So, yeah, the kids are frothing, children of all ages. Again, starting them young, thank you so much. Stay hydrated, reapply that sunscreen. And as Hobson, Hansen, and Hateley. So this is how it started here. We took a look at Ben Hobson, but Ryan O'Connor just said, here you go. Here's the baton, keep it moving.
Relays on, and then look at Hateley here out front. Jaden, kind of balled it up too a little bit, if I remember correctly here. So yeah, Hateley putting on an excellently run. That E46 that he's just getting familiar with for the past couple of years, looking so comfortable in there. Yeah, he won round 1 of the championship last year. That when he really got that car dialed. That was really exciting. And then Rudy Hansen, who got into a little tussle here. You see it, bang. And, had to work on his vehicle. He had a lot of time, did not use his competition timeout, but he's liking this track. Obviously, a testimonial to that. #1 qualifier. So Zach Farrar got into the side of him, and nothing malicious there, just aggressive. No, I was just saying about Ben Hobson. He didn't have a chase run.
Yeah.
Rudy also
Rudy
didn't have a chase
either.
run in competition yet. He had that bye run because Zach Farrar didn't make his 5. And I heard it wasn't a mechanical issue from the crash. I mean, it could have transpired from that, but the car wouldn't start. That was it. I was like,
bummer. Yep. All right. Well, you can see Hansen and Knapik on the line. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, our first battle of our Royal Purple Top 16. Royal Purple got contingency, as well as they are the official engine oil of Formula Drift. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I watched my first race yesterday.
You're on the team, kid. It's orientation day.
Hey,
new guy. Let's get you up to speed.
Lunchtime. Your workspace is ready.
Looks like you got a corner office.
Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome to the streets of Long Beach. Look at that. It is a beautiful day here in Southern California. K&N, the official performance air filter of Formula Drift.
NGK and NTK is more than just high ignitability spark plugs and precision sensors. They're about growing the car community. This is why they're introducing Shop Squad, an automotive meeting place for shop owners, service writers, technicians, students, and industry professionals to come together and share knowledge and encourage self-growth. Enrolling is free, and you have access to on-demand training, digital newsletters, product launch information, and more. Woo!
Rockstar energy gets me energized so I can go out and send it. Hustle on.
All right, entering that Pedal Commander burnout box, we are seeing our first battle of our Royal Purple Top 16. Tell your friends we are live around the globe. Tune in for free 90 free. That's right. You need to work for it. It's not free, it's complimentary. Compliments of Formula Drift. That's right. Rudy Hansen, Adam Knapik, our first battle. Rudy Hansen, a lot of confidence in his corner, man. He's very vocal. He's a very vocal driver, man. He's getting out there. He's talking smack. He's ready to manifest. He said, hey, I'm going to win in Atlanta. That was in 22. Guess what? He won in Atlanta. Him and his team partied hard that night. And, again, it was rightfully so. He deserved it. So here we are seeing Rudy Hansen. He is on that start line. Adam Knapik, Jason, his spotter, saying, hey, man, he's feeling good. And he's got a lot of confidence in his corner. Here we go. Send it. Our first battle of the top 16. And here we go. Rudy Hansen down the chute. See how he handles this initiation point. Excuse me, past that inside clip. Nice job in that first outside zone. And then now in the second outside zone. Ooh, Knapik taking a shallower line. Ripped up. Hansen going off course. Oh. Hansen absolutely overshooting. Re-enters. And I'll tell you what.
What happened first?
Well, here's the deal. Knapik had a mistake. So, yeah, let's take a look at that. You know, Knapik had his mistake. Also, I saw something fly off Rudy's car. Looked like molding. Looked like window molding.
Yeah, looked like one of those window deflector things. All right, look at here. Rudy is there, flipping in there. Knapik right there with him, going through interclip one, outer zone one, fully filled by both drivers. Nice mimic by Knapik. But something happened here. You see the wheels turn there? He shallowed the lineup, trying to get that proximity, but Rudy, 4 wheels off. Knapik, only 3. But was Knapik's chase there, was that enough to deem it as an incomplete then?
Right,
but then the run was over, obviously, when Hansen went off as much as he did. So maybe we can take another look at the front wheels here. Yeah, it was about a degree and a half to the right, I would say.
Yeah, and what you're trying to deduce, correct me if I'm wrong, is you're saying, was Knapik's independent of Rudy Hansen? That would make his an incomplete, and then insult to injury for Rudy, he makes this mistake, he goes off course, that would be an incomplete. So those are both a wash. That's my knee-jerk reaction.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, but that's obviously what the judges need to deduce. Ben Hobson in the cockpit. He is one battle away, obviously lead and chase, for being your 2023 Formula Drift ProSpec champion. Ben Hobson, again, this young man has, he's got his dad in the building. He's been working hard at it, and he's had a lot of fun doing it. That's what I really love. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. So let's see. Let's alternate the order here. Let's see if it's something more definitive.
Yeah, like I was mentioning before, this will be, as long as Knapik puts on a good lead, this will be Hansen's first competition chase run of the day. So.
Yep. And Hobson's battle is next. So there he is, getting his mind on the prize. Look at that. That's why I say, look at kisses.
Oh, this guy's always having fun.
He is, man, and that's what I really love about him. He was having a hoot. So let's see. Knapik will now lead. Rudy Hansen giving chase. And again, at first glance, double incompletes. Knapik made the mistake prior to Hansen going off course. So as we are waiting to see what happens here, cleaning up the course, they brought Rudy Hansen came back out on course, so he brought a lot of dirt, a lot of gravel. All right, Lorette, what's the vibe down there? What's Ben Hobson? What's he doing?
Well, as you saw, he was sitting in his car, and the team, one of his team members gave a phone so he could look at the battle, see what's happening on the track. He's obviously having fun. He's trying to keep it lighthearted. But someone who is so stressed out right now is Odi Bakchis, his team manager. I walked over to Odi, and he is just standing as still as possible, and I went to talk to him. Odi doesn't have any words right now, and I think Odi is more stressed out than Ben Hobson. Now, this is Ben Hobson's third year of trying this and competing, going for that title, and this coming up is the most important battle of their life, and they know that, so best of luck to Ben, guys.
Ben, originally from Alabama, now living in Georgia. You got to keep it loose. Some drivers, kind of get focused, get their kind of race face on. Some drivers need to kind of keep it loose,
Wow.
So Ben seems to be the latter of the two, that's keeping it loose.
Yeah, he's always making me smile. I try to make him smile at the line when I had that opportunity, and it's always big fun.
Yeah, you can just tell with body language, posture of what particular drivers like. Like Andy Hateley's behind him. He makes a lot of fun content. Kasey, Kohl. Little somewhere in between, and yeah, so there it is, Andy Hateley. So Hobson, Hateley. If Hobson, again, just the scenarios, got to paint the picture here. If Hobson gets the win, he's your 23 champion. Still have half of this battle left between Knapik and Hansen, but the scenario would be if Hobson loses, Hateley would need to win the competition in order to be the champion. 277 to 212. So, I mean, what's that, 65 points?
Yes.
Yeah, 65 points. So.
Yeah, it could be a real barn burner.
And it could just be over like that. You know who wants it just like that? Ben Hobson. That's just, let's get this win in the bag. 4 rounds of competition. He won earlier this year in St. Louis. And it looks like we are getting ready to send cars. So here we go. Now it's Adam Knapik in that donut S14, Rudy Hansen, the Hansen Racing S13. Here comes Knapik. Both those guys, again, potentially sitting on incompletes. That's just that's my assessment was. Knapik, good big angle there. Hansen coming in hot, drops in formation, talking about getting in that pocket, tucking it in, and he does just that. Gives him just enough room. Can he reel him in? Knapik placed the car in the right spot. Really well done by Knapik. Rudy Hansen, a little shallower line, but Knapik on one right now. Knapik filling all that outside zone. He does exit out, but Rudy Hansen with a good chase position. So now, theoretically,
let's go.
The first battle is a wash. Like, don't just now focus on this. Basically, who has the best lead? Who has the best chase? Because the others were trashed.
Yeah, I mean, fairly put. I really love how Knapik filled outer zone 1 there. Rudy Hansen doing a great job there, mimicking that transition. Probably one of the better transitions from 2 to 3 that we've seen all day. Knapik fully filling that zone. Hansen should have put a little more pressure on auto zone 2. Knapik getting into 3, but he comes out of it and doesn't really let Hansen, it gave Hansen a little more opportunity to put more pressure on there, and he kind of dropped the ball there in a little bit. So you really need to shine there in the chase position, because that's where we're going to shine here. Absolutely, because Knapik has the clean air. He gets a little deep in the. This is where Rudy should have pushed in a little bit further as they come around outer zone 2. Awesome mimic there. Both very smooth drivers as they come into outer zone 3, but Knapik leaving a little bit on the table there throughout. So outside zone 3 as Rudy follows him through the finish line. And like another gorgeous shot of our backdrop here going to outer zone 2 as Knapik and Rudy round him out there. Exiting out. Another shot here, looking at Hansen popping out of the smoke there. Trying to put the pressure on. Maybe he shouldn't have left foot brake there. I think he could have put more pressure there. He would have been sitting a little more pretty. You know, you gotta pin it to win it sometimes.
You know, as far as it's really tough to judge because you have nothing to go off of except one run.
Right.
So let's slide him left for Hansen, right for Knapik, and one more time. There it is, one more time. And
are you surprised?
I'm not surprised, but honestly, if I didn't want to just. Here's the deal, I'll be honest with you. This year has been tumultuous with a lot of protests, and finding the gray is a competitive advantage. So if you're a competitive person, which they all are, the drivers, the teams, the sponsors, you have a lot at stake.
Sure.
You're gonna use all the tools in your toolbox. The protest is a tool. If you find that gray area and you have something, a leg to stand on, you're gonna use that. In this scenario, if you went either way towards Knapik or towards Hansen, the other team would protest. I'm just saying that.
See what chicken came before the egg.
I see why they went one more time. I'm gonna be polarizing here. I probably would have gone Knapik. Here we go. This is a championship battle. Ben Hobson, Kasey Kohl. Ben Hobson has all the marbles. He has the I Love Hot Moms flag flying in the wind. He's got the personality, but Kasey Kohl has driven really well earlier against a two-time champion, Dmitry Brutsky. Is he going to play spoiler on Ben Hobson? If Ben Hobson wins this battle, he's officially your 2023 Formula Drift ProSpec champion. The fate sits in his hands and Kasey Kohl's steering wheel. Here we go. Kasey Kohl, M-Spec Performance, S-Chassis, initiates. He qualifies higher than Ben Hobson, hence why he's got the lead. Goes in that first outside zone, now to outside zone 2. Big angle from Kohl, maxing it out, gets in the dirt, comes unbound and unwound. Get into the dirt, but Ben Hobson keeps the composure, and that's what a potential champion can do. Right there. As Ben Hobson, whoa, there we go. That was I mean, how Kasey held on to that, and that gravel trap didn't just grab and say, boink, I have no idea. He salvaged it, but also threw up a bit of a roadblock. And Ben Hobson having that composure, hat tip to him.
Absolutely, tip that hat, absolutely. I think Kasey could have went a little bit more aggressive on the initiation and closer proximity to interclip 1, but here we go. Ben, first time chasing, showed us how we can do it from 1 to 2. Kohl keeping 2 tires on the track, just enough. They're both in drift. I don't think they straighten out. That's what the judges decided. We can take another look at it as we're looking at here from the eye in the sky, but Hobson put on the pressure in outer zone 3. Does do a little wavering there. Will that cost him enough? But I think Kohl's mistake going off. Outer zone 2 is a little bit more than what we saw in the chase from Ben there. So look at that full angle, just keeping it lit.
Yeah,
and then Ben, I mean, pulled a little angle out of it, pulled a little momentum. And then it was like as if it never happened here. Outer zone 3 was great by both competitors here. I think they both did a great job. Kohl's definitely on a deficit here. Let's see what Hobson can do out front as we take another look at it from our picturesque shot in outer zone 2.
Look at that.
Does a little boot.
Get all in the gravel, man, throwing it up. But exactly, I mean, here's what I think. I mean, Kasey, great driving, you know, goes off course. That's a major mistake. 2 wheels off. Ben Hobson, as it says right there, currently leads the championship. I'm going to make a statement. This is a victory lap right here. Announcer's curse. It can happen. It has happened before. But I got to think that Ben Hobson is feeling really confident. The way he's been driving all year, this is a walk in the park, man. Park City, that is, or just outside of Park City. So walk in the Park City, Salt Lake City. So we'll see if Ben Hobson takes this in dominant form. He's got the clean air. The track tidied up. Ben Hobson, 1/2 of a battle left. Run 2 to be your 2023 Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship.
Overall
winner.
Just stoic as ever. Odie Bocce's there.
Yeah, and like Lorette said, some great insight there. Odie, no, don't want to talk right now.
No pictures.
Again, Alabama's own, now living in Georgia, supported by pedal commander, Ineos Oil, of course, GT Radial, Feel Suspension, Kohl Works, and what a great festivity this will be, celebrating Tyler Clayton, owner of Kohl Works, celebrating Odie Bakshi's 3-car team, 1 car in ProSpec, 2 in Pro, Ben Hobson, 3, 4, outside, 3 outside zones. Here we go. That first outside zone goes Ben Hobson. 2 more outside zones for a victory here in this battle in the 2023 championship. Parks it inside that second outside zone, places it perfectly, masterclass. Now, lick the stamp and send it. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Ben Hobson, outside zone. Kasey Kohl right there.
Oh.
I think that's gonna be enough.
I think so too,
Given
Jared.
the mistake by Kasey Kohl, Ben Hobson got the clean air. He knew he just needed to go through the paces, doesn't need to do anything X-factor-ish, as we say in qualifying, but that pedal commander, Feel Suspension, Ineos Oil, Kohl Works, S Chassis, great effort by the M-Spec performance vehicle of Kasey Kohl, but I think that's gonna be enough to solidify and be your 2023 Link Engine Management ProSpec champion.
Yeah, right. Talking to Ben earlier this week, he's like, you just got to go out there, just another practice lap, and that's exactly what he did here. Put down another lap. Got to give it to Kohler. Give it a little boop. Hobson keeping his composure into outer zone 2. And Kohl, I think that boop kind of throw him off as it goes in. Hobson could have been a little deeper in outer zone 2, but at this point, it really doesn't matter as Kohl puts on really good pressure here in outer zone 3. And if it wasn't for that mistake, I think we would have been going one more time or a real close decision here, Jared. I mean, that was excellent performance by both drivers, especially Kohl. He's been chomping at the bit to like get his shine on in this series, and he definitely showed it there. He'll be a contender for sure in the years to come.
Yeah, and exactly. If Kasey didn't go those 2 wheels off, I think we would have a different conversation here. Simon also Odie. All right, slide him left for Kohl, right for Hobson. Ben Hobson gets the win. Ben Hobson gets the win unanimously and is your 2023 Link Engine Management ProSpec champion. Congratulations. Ben Hobson gets the win. Odie Bakshi's looks on, and Simon Olsen, I don't know if they know, but there it is. Congratulations.
Yeah, it must be delayed there. They must be watching it through the internet.
And there we go. There's his dad. Absolutely elated. Ben Hobson, congratulations. You are our 2023 Link Engine Management ProSpec champion. What a great trio. Hobson here in ProSpec, Simon Olsen, top 5 in standings. You know, just stepping up. Odie Bakshi, super nervous. And again, making his way back to the pit. The combination of Odie's knowledge, his wherewithal, the S chassis, all of them in the same car, nearly identical. And look at that, shirts going out. Oh, look at that, you gotta love it. The pre-packaged, you know, that's something you do as a pro team, man. That's, you know, just getting that dialed. I mean, Hobson, this Alabama driver, now living in Georgia, he's gotta be stoked, man. Congratulations to him. Who's that? I can't tell who that was. I don't know if that was Matta. Well, again, Kasey Kohl, great effort there on that second run, but this is great. What are your thoughts?
Well, oh man, he definitely deserved it. He always drives his face off. He's got like the whole driver package. He's always upbeat. I mean, it's awesome to see him take this championship. But his day's not over. But
right.
So.
But his season, that's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of effort. 4 rounds, you know, it started in Atlanta, a good effort there. He got on the box. We saw Cole Richards win in New Jersey. St. Louis, he gets the win. Look at that. Look at it. There we go. Now we're seeing the helmet off. Yeah, Ben's going to be partying tonight, man. We're going to celebrate ProSpec tomorrow. Look at it. You can see the bashed in door. You got to call through the window, man. There we go. Get on out. Lorette's down there. Hopefully we can get some words with him briefly. There's his pops. There's his dad. There it is. His dad absolutely stoked.
What a moment.
There it is. High fives from Odie, team manager. Simon Olsen sitting back there as well. He's got work to do tomorrow. So let's throw it down to Lorette Nickel, who's with our 2023 PROSPEC champion. Lorette, grab that Alabama boy.
I'm trying to get him. Ben Hobson, woo, you are the 2023 Formula Drift PROSPEC champion. Congratulations. I am so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. You have been putting your heart on the line this whole year. Odie Bakchis wouldn't even, you're right. His third year competing in PROSPEC after he gave up his motocross career, started chasing the Formula Drift dream. Ben Hobson, you have done it. Congratulations. What are you processing right now?
I'm getting ready for grade 8. We're ready for grade 8. We're not done yet. We'll celebrate later. We ain't done yet. I couldn't be more happy with my team, with the car, with the program. I mean, it's just been a dream. This year has been insane. We did it. This is my boy.
And Kasey Kohl, of course, coming up here.
Oh yeah. You owe me a rocker panel, Kasey Kohl.
Get over it. Get over it. Get over it.
And obviously, you could see that the team went straight to work. They were checking the toe of the back wheels. Ben Hobson, focused already. You are the champion. The weight is off of your shoulders, but now.
It's party time. We're ready. We are ready. I don't have words. I mean, I was so stoked about last round, having a perfect event, and we got the championship, dude. Holy shit, we got it. These boys back here, I mean, they.
All right. Well, guess what? You know, you say one curse word, you break the internet. No, no. Ben Hobson getting all the feels, man. Congratulations, Ben Hobson winning again the 2023 Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. You know, like he said, work's not done. He still advances on into the 8. He's ready to do some work, and he'll be going against one of the two drivers of Rudy Hansen or Adam Knapik, as that is a one more time. Again, Jared Deanna, Matt Sopa here, and excited to see how the day progresses. But we officially have a Link Engine Management PROSPEC champion in Ben Hobson, originally from Alabama. Worked, you know, first year here working with Odie Bakchis and his camp, which Odie wrapped his arm around Simon Olsen this year. And I mean, you have two drivers, you know, Odie and Simon in the top 5 in pro. You have this PROSPEC champion. What a testimonial and a testament to just working together. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, no kidding. Odie's going to have all sorts of drifters knocking on his door. They want in on that program.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's got to be team of the year, you know, just what they've done and how much they've bitten off, and just, you know, Odie has such a wealth of knowledge and suspension. You know, Hobson comes from 2 wheels. Odie comes from 2 wheels, talking dirt bikes, you know, so maybe there's something there as far as, you know, we always talk about dirt, you know, Lorette just came from the Hall of Fame, where they just had such a great class for the Hall of Fame and the Motorcycle Hall of Fame, including Travis Pastrana, but 2 wheels definitely transfers into 4, but here we go. Right now we're talking about 8 wheels on the ground. Here we go, back to the one more time of Rudy Hansen, Adam Knapik. Rudy Hansen does lead. He is our #1 qualifier. He wants to make it a perfect event. Rudy goes into Knapik, does a wide swing in that first outside zone. We'll see if that pays off. There's another correction. That's what he did kind of on that first run in the chase position. Adam Knapik maybe gets lost in the smoke, and he does, way off the course. That's not where you want to be, unfortunately, for Adam Knapik. Rudy Hansen, that last outside zone. Knapik comes up short on that last. I have to assume Knapik got lost in the smoke. You saw him dip back, and that's what we were talking about earlier on the front end of the show. Keys to victory, get in that pocket. You're going to avoid some smoke.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he was just too deep in that outer zone 2 to begin with, and he just absolutely got lost in there. Also, just too deep in outer zone 1 to begin with. He's trying to play the game to catch up here. I think he just throttled too much. The car didn't have enough grip to keep him inside of the course here. You can't even see him from up here. And he just abandoned ship on the track and then salvaged whatever he could run. So that'll be an incomplete for Knapik going forward. And the needle is going towards Hansen at this point by far. So there's going to have to be a huge mistake on Rudy's chase run if Knapik has any shot of winning this battle, which the odds are pretty low on that. So, like, look at how close he is.
Yeah.
And just 4 wheels off, game over. But it's not over yet until we do the second run. So,
right,
don't want to put the cart before the horse.
For
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely crazier things have happened. So Rudy Hansen making his way back to the start line, and Knapik. Wonder if he's going to call a comp timeout. Doesn't look like it. Nope, he turns around. All right, so Knapik will now lead. Hansen giving chase. Yeah, it wasn't too violent of a off for Adam.
Yeah, I think when you stay in it and
the
drop off there where he came back on isn't too violent, so he literally rubbed a little dirt on and he's back in.
Right. Again, that blower's been getting a lot of use here in that outside zone too, bringing the gravel onto track. So let's see, Knapik now out front. And let's get him off course, get it all shaped up. Yeah, the where this battle ends, Knapik or Hansen going against the champ of Ben Hobson in the Great 8. Plenty of battles, more battles to see. Tomorrow, remember, Pro, round 7. It all culminates in Irwindale in just about a month. Hopefully we'll see you there, or we'll see you online for those that can't make it to California. But October 13th and 14th, the House of Drift, Irwindale, California. I'll be there. You gonna be there, Matt?
Bet your sweet Bippy.
Okay, don't know what a Bippy is, but this is a family show, so just make sure a Bippy is in line with local ordinance.
I'm fairly certain it is.
Okay, all right. Is that a Wisconsin thing?
I have no idea.
Okay. You bet you're just making up words? All right, I'm cool with it. I make up words all the time. No, I'm really excited to see who our champion is. You know, in the Pro Championship, it has been signed, sealed, and delivered that Hobson is your PROSPEC champion, but still up for grabs in the Pro Championship. And we saw some great qualifying yesterday. But taking a look at Pro and the standings over there, Chelsea Denofa leads the pack, and Ford moving one step closer to wrapping up the Manufacturers Championship. Frederick Osbo, who is back-to-back, could go 3 in a row, but already holds 3 championships. Odie Bakshi's sitting in 3rd, Matt Field in 4th, and talking about, like I said, those vehicles got 2 in the top 5. Odie sits in 3rd, and Simon Olsen sits in 5th. Here we go with the second run of this battle. So drivers a little bit iced there, but we've seen a lot of that. Kind of doing it to themselves as far as getting that gravel on course. Here comes Knapik and that donut. S14, Hansen chasing him down. Comes Knapik. Let's see what kind of aggressive flick we got here. He knows he needs to show up in grand fashion with that incomplete. Try to force a mistake in Rudy Hansen, but Rudy's been on at #1 qualifier, but he is going to get in that spot. Oh, and there goes Knapik off 2 wheels. Rudy Hansen not fazed by it. Now in his last outside zone. And filling all that is Knapik, but Hansen, really good composure from him, even with Knapik going off. He stays in it. He was right there next to him. Signs are kind of saying Hansen after that major incomplete by Knapik. And there's not degrees of incompletes, but yeah.
Yeah, Knapik, I believe he had 3 wheels off in that outer zone too. Did a good job. I like the flick he had. Filled outer zone 1 really well. I just think he needed to dial in just a little bit more grip to keep it together on outer zone 2. 1, 2, 3. So that's a double incomplete from Knapik there. Like you said, signed, sealed, and delivered for Rudy Hansen here going into the Great 8, and he will be going against our champion, Ben Hobson.
Yeah, that's right. So slide him left for Hansen or right for Knapik. There's a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. Rudy Hansen gets the win unanimously after a one more time battle. Knapik was on it, but unfortunately until he wasn't. Goes off course. Good driving. Just overcooked it. Yeah. Well, Knapik again, just some ups and downs this season. Great dude from Southern California, works with Donut and Donut Media, working in the garage over there. Take a look at the bracket. Only 2 battles forged into the TireStacks.com Great 8. Here we are in the Royal Purple Top 16. Next battle, Andy Hateley versus Kelsey Rowlings. And Kelsey, she is looking really good. And you know, we were talking about it earlier, saying, man, she looks comfortable, all these things. And goes, we throw it down to Loren. She's like, nah, not at all. Well, I guess, you know, if you're uncomfortable and you're not sure yourself, I guess just go for it. And that seemed to work for her.
Yeah, sometimes you push through and it works out.
I believe Lake Mary is Orlando area, if I'm not mistaken. Andy Hateley, Malibu, California, Southern California. Andy's two great characters, so much personality here in this battle.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? You never see the Drift Wizard and Andy Hateley in the same room.
No, I haven't. Yeah, it's pretty wild. All right, they're already the team knocking them off here. Rudy Hansen, track tires. Hansen Racing, so there is Andy Hateley and his E46, and Kelsey Rowlings with that Ford Mustang powered 240 SX S14. There's a go fast, risk everything back there. Shout out to Ken Block, KB Forever. Seen a lot of Ken Block shirts, as he called Utah home for many years. Him and his family gonna cheer them on. Different forms of racing right here, even at UMC. But here we go with this battle. This is Andy Hateley and Kelsey Rowlings. And we are sending cars as Andy will lead, qualifying 4th, and Kelsey Rowlings qualifying 13th. See, Andy was really rock solid earlier in his top 32 battle. Can he continue that success? But we were talking about Kelsey earlier. Big angle there from Andy Hateley, right on that inside clip. Past that outside zone into the second. Andy Hateley, just the stance of that car, it looks like it's just being sucked to the ground like a Dyson vacuum cleaner. The Drift Wizard and its sorcery in that last outside zone. Kelsey Rowlings trying to hang with the Drift Wizard, and again, just continued on. But like, right, it just looks like it's stuck to the ground. I mean, the attitude of the car doesn't really shift much compared to some of the other vehicles. It just sticks right to it.
Like I was telling Jacob yesterday, it looked like an illusion almost that it was just so planted. So I was really liking Kelsey's start of the chase run here. Nice and aggressive here, almost outmatching the angle that Andy was putting in, but trying to play a game of catch-up here through outer zone 2 as Hateley still looking really planted. She gets lost in the smoke here. Had to play another game of reeling in Andy Hateley here as they go through outer zone 3 and through the finish there. So things kind of fell apart for Kelsey in the last half of the run there. Let's take another look from the eye of the sky. Hateley pouring on the smoke. Rowlings again transition just in the wrong spot, the wrong time of the track here, trying to make up ground through outer zone 2. Like you said, that E46 is just glued to the track.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it just looks so composed in there, and Andy is just not making many inputs to make any corrections. So good lead run. Now we're going to reverse roles here and see how Rowlings can do in the lead position.
All right, Kelsey Rowlings out front. Andy Hateley. I expect Andy to not be too aggressive. Know that Kelsey put down, don't give her too much room to breathe, otherwise could end up biting you. But this is where you just, you know, kind of assess from a distance, and with the horsepower I feel that Andy has under the hood of that, he could just kind of surge and get right back to the side of Kelsey.
I feel like he's already got a little.
Here we go. So Kelsey Rowlings calling a competition timeout. So they are calling a comp timeout. Kelsey on the start line, and just like that, calling an NGK competition timeout. These cars so highly wound, you wonder what it is. Maybe just overheating. Maybe some. I know she's had some power issues, not horsepower, but just voltage. You know, voltage and yeah.
That there's not a lot of breathing room under the hood of that 240 with the Coyote stuff in the hood. I'll tell you that for free. But I know she's battled that in the past, but it could be, you know, she said she was doing fuel pumps and all sorts of trickery to get that thing going.
Sorry. No. Just getting an update here. Let's throw it down to Lorette Nickel with this NGK competition timeout. Gentlemen, go fast, risky everything. #1 qualifier, another step closer to a perfect event. Rudy Hansen's with Lorette Nickel.
Well, you should have seen Rudy as soon as he jumped out of his car after his battle, because he just started chirping at our new champion, Ben Hobson, over here, and you're ready to take this all the way today.
Oh, boy. Boy, that's really what I want to do. It's a bummer we're not in the finals together, but we've had so much fun this season together, and that's like what we came here for. One to drive hard, one to drive fast cars, and one to do it with your buddies. So ultimately, this is not the finals. That's what we've all been dreaming for the whole time, and I think everybody else, but whatever, that's really what I wanted to do. I think even if I don't beat Ben, I'm pretty sure I'm still in third for the season, so we'll see how the points fall out, but you know, either which way, we're both driving good. So.
Can't wait. And earlier, the top 32, we saw you have pretty hard contact. You came in, you fixed the car, but how is the car running?
Phenomenal. We're together good. We bent knuckles and shocks and everything on the whole side of the car, so big shout out to Weissfab for getting us our stuff there. Good shout out to Odie for having, Odie's right over there, for having our car set up with amazing coilovers and backups. And yeah, it was spot on. I'm not sure if you saw my buy run, but it was fire. I think it was better than my qualifying run, so it was good. Good fun.
What do you think's working so well for you out here?
My team. Haley, Jim, Bob, everybody, my wife, everybody, the team is so meshed. I wake up in the morning, my wife's cooking food, everybody's doing their thing. I don't have to ask them to do anything. I ask Jim what's going on. He says, just get in the car and drive. And we haven't had that before. It was always me. I own my own business, so I'm always managing stuff. And now I don't even think about that, which is what we need. With my electronics in my car, MFT Solutions has made this car so you just push the button to start it and it fires up, and I don't do anything to it. So that's what we need from the team and from the car, rather than all the old cars where you're flipping switches and it gets to temperature and you turn it up. I don't do that with my team or my car, so yeah.
Okay. Well, like I mentioned earlier, when you jumped out of your car, you started chirping at Ben Hobson right away. I love that. What action's going on?
Oh, let's get real. I beat him once already, and he hasn't beat me yet. So I feel like I can beat him, and he's been driving phenomenal. In my soul, I know that I can run with him. It's just going to be who makes the mistake. He's ultimately been driving better than me than the other 2 rounds, but we weren't head to head, so who knows, right? But we beat him in Atlanta, and I'm feeling good. So let's go.
Is it possible to have a mistake-free run out here?
I don't know. Let's get real. We're still not P1 drivers, so there's still always little mistakes out there. I'm not running a 98-point run, so there still is mistakes. But I felt really good on my chase. My leads, I felt were really good too. So I just got to keep my nerves calm so that we keep it in line and not overdrive the car. That's my biggest problem. Is I get all hyped up and overdrive the car.
Well, we love that hyped up attitude, Rudy. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Lorette. Good luck to you, Rudy, calling out Ben Hobson. I'm excited for this matchup. Hansen and Hobson talking smack, but inevitably we'll see who gets the win. But Ben Hobson, just having fun. His dad in the building, Odie in his corner, Simon Olsen, just all of it just coming together for him.
Yeah, like I said, he's one of the most aggressive drivers in PROSPEC, but he knows exactly where to put that aggression. Like Rudy just pointed out himself, he's sometimes I get excited to overdrive the car. That's the tiny minuscule detail in a driver's forte that can separate you from being a champion or not, and Hobson has definitely proved that.
Yeah, and that's a great, there it is, the pops in the background there. Again, Alabama, now Georgia, and now your 2023 Link Engine Management Formula Drift PROSPEC champion. All right, so looks like we are advancing on to our next battle, and that looks like it's going to be Foley and Root. Should be Foley and Root. Yeah, Root pulling up to the line, Foley there. So it's an all E36 battle. Both these guys in BMWs. Foley, his first top 16. Trevor Root. Both these guys Connecticut boys, both BMWs. Foley claiming a little bit less horsepower than Trevor Root. Root win against Farouk Kawai. And Tyler Foley against Magmami. So, it really comes down to don't make mistakes. Don't leave it in the judge's hands. Don't say, hey, I had less mistakes than this guy. That's not how you want to win. You just want to leave it definitive. You want to put the car in the right places, drive the pants off the car, burn those GT radials down. Don't leave it in the judge's hands. Here we go, Trevor Root in that first inside clip and that first outside zone. Trevor now is, oh, Foley counters, and that's going to be an incomplete. That was a major mistake there by Foley. Just taking a look at that. Now exiting that outside zone 2. Here comes Root. That last outside zone, and Root definitely gets involved in that dirt, but watch, let's run it back. I don't think Foley's mistake was made due to Root making a mistake, but watch Foley coming out of outside zone 1, that quick little hit it and quit it. When he transitions into outside zone 2, you see him counter.
Yeah, that happened so quick. I take a look out the monitor and look up in real life, and then it was already happened. So I'd like to take another look at what happened with Foley here as we look at Rowlings 5 minutes. Looks like she's got about 3.5 minutes to get the car cooled down or whatnot. So here we go. Root out front, kind of a vanilla little entry there, but he gets close to the inner clip 1. Both getting through outer zone 1, but Foley straightening out there.
A little tank slapper.
Yeah, he was off course, way far to the right, transitioning way too late, and it really bit him in the end here. So he's at a huge deficit against Root here. Tries to dial it in. The deficit, of Root there, dropping a couple, not even 2, just 1 tire in outer zone 3. Really doesn't matter because Foley at this point, he was out of frame right there, incomplete in the chase run. So Root's got a huge advantage here going into their role reversal here coming up.
All right, let's see. Both these guys pulling back to the start line. Gonna whip it around now. Foley will lead. And we gotta talk about this, but Kelsey got towed back, so she didn't go back to the pit under her own power.
Oh, that's right.
But you can see her team pinning the hood, getting it back on. So yeah, you talked about it, the heat, with that Coyote engine, not a lot of room to let that thing breathe. So pouring a lot of water on that thing.
You can hear it fire up, so that's a good sign.
Here we go with the second run of this battle. Foley out front. Trevor Root chasing him down. Here goes Foley through that start chicane. See what he can do here. How aggressive is initiation? Boom, good flip there by Foley. Back to inside, oh, he was on the wrong side of that thing though. That's gonna throw off Root as well. So Foley is debuting at 16, absolutely elated, but unfortunately making some mistakes here and there. Seems like he's found the sweet spot there in that last outside zone. But that mistake on initiation, man, who is that? Michael down there in the Challenger? He's a busy man. He's a busy boy today.
He's running that thing out of fuel. No joke. So yeah, looking at Foley here, about the same initiation as Root had in lead position, but he's about 2 wheels off there. If you count the rumble strips as out of bounds here, gets in outer zone 1, throws off Root in the chase. So we really can't deduce that from Root's chase here as Foley gets into outer zone 2. Root's doing a good job of here trying to reel him back in. He knows he's got an advantage here, so no real reason to make any more big mistakes as he tries to close that gap. You can see, again, Foley here coming off, and Root doing a really good job. We got to tip the hat to him just a little bit here that he's catching up and with those mistakes in the lead run as he is way off course there, but for a good reason and not to his fault by any means as they round out outer zone 3. Getting through that smoke, and Root is just trying to play a game of catch up here. Another look as they enter into outer zone 3. You can see Root just trying to gain some ground here. Now, it's definitely not called an inactive chase, so I think the needle is waving towards Root at this point.
Yeah, who's been punting that thing the most? I mean, Foley definitely Hadouken the thing.
Yeah, he wins in that regard for sure.
Yeah, he was on the wrong side of that thing. And the biggest fan here at Formula Drift is the fan on the track. That thing's been putting in some work here. Royal Purple top 16, slide him left for Root, right for Foley, and assume, and there it is. Trevor Root gets the win. Tyler Foley knocked out. Trevor advances on. He'll go against either that of Andy Hateley or Kelsey Rowlings. Don't know if we're going back to Rowlings or Rowlings-Hateley, the second half of the Rowlings-Hateley battle. Kelsey Rowlings, Andy Hateley. I assume y'all here in the building are coming back tomorrow? Show hands. Who's coming back tomorrow? Show hands. Raise your hand. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yo, you better. You better. There's not a better party than tomorrow. It's going to get wild. You see PROSPEC today. Pro is just going to get gnarlier, nastier, grittier, filthier. Matt, you go on the line.
I am.
You get to sweat it out.
Yeah, I feel like today was hotter.
Well, while we are cleaning up the track, Controlled Chaos featuring the Rockstar Pilots, 3-time Formula Drift champion Frederick Osbo, and always a crowd favorite, Ryan Turk. Check out Controlled Chaos, airing on MAP TV, just aired last night, debut episode. This is the road to the championship.
I've won the championship twice now. I think we can do it again.
Let's go, let's do this.
Your winner at round 1. Look at Osbo. He's a magician. Here we go. Rain or shine, these guys are down for a good time. You can't count anybody out.
Everybody's really pushing the envelope. One mistake, and that's it.
Oh my goodness.
What did I do wrong? I don't get it.
So it's all about attrition here in St. Louis. Oh! We're in the playoffs, man. We are fighting for it tooth and nail. And Osbo goes hard. Matt Field, the guy to beat.
We got 20 seconds to shine. We can't make any mistakes. If you do, you're out.
It's going to be coming down to Irwindale, kids.
Is Matt feeling the pressure? Absolutely.
The championship is on the line. Ryan Turk, he says, hold my Rockstar, homeboy, let me show you something. Matt Field is out. Huge repercussions here. Your winner, Frederick the Norwegian Hammer Osbo! What an amazing ending to a 2022 season. And there it is, Controlled Chaos back to the line. Here we go, send cars. We are seeing Rowlings and Hateley. Rowlings will lead. This is the second half of this battle. Kelsey Rowlings was on the line. Her car was overheating, and they're called that comp timeout. And here goes Kelsey, top one oil, Coyote powered, S chassis, Hateley in the orange BMW chasing her down. Only female here in competition. Let's see how Kelsey does. She was driving strong earlier today. No. Yeah, cars.
Thought it looked slow on the run up.
Yeah, just heat soaked. We don't know exactly what went wrong, but she pulls off, and that means Andy Hateley will get the major advantage. You can see the car smoking quite a bit. Not terribly, but just again the heat. Very unfortunate for Kelsey Rowlings, but that's going to be an easy victory for Andy Hateley. Hateley will be going against Roots. We have half of our Great 8 shaped up. Hey, by the way, if you're here in the building today or tomorrow, be sure to go by the GoPro booth. Stop by, see the all brand new Hero 12 Black, just launched this week. We also have exclusive pricing, discount, plus an accessory bundle worth $200. Only available here at Formula Drift. Also daily giveaways today and tomorrow. So if you're in the building today or tomorrow, go by. Andy Hateley gets the victory and advances on. Andy Hateley will be going against Trevor Root. Also, be sure to go by the Type S booth, get some cool merch, and also pick out some special pricing on some Type S Formula Drift Pro Series underglow lights. You got 12-volt jump starter with built-in USB-C cable and LCD displays if you're looking for a power charger. Type S Formula Drift Pro Series slim smart LED trim kits. Also, the signature Larry Chen Light 360 LED light and power bank. Again, get yourself some Formula Drift gear. Right there, you see that Type S booth. So pick up some Type S, go by the GoPro booth. Also, be sure to go by the Momo and Forge Star booth. Momo and Forge Star supporting the drivers like Dylan Hughes, Matt Field, and Frederick Osbo. All right, so again, the chase for the championship brought to you by GoPro. Let's take a look back at the battle in Seattle. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a sold-out crowd here at Evergreen Speedway. Speedway, Pacific Northwest. Are you ready to see the throwdown? We've seen 5 previous rounds, 5 different winners. Frederick Osbo is leading the pack. Who's going to get the victory here in Seattle? Chelsea Denova, Dylan Hughes, the local boy, is going to put it down for his town. Dylan Hughes will lead. Great initiation. He is riding that wall. He is right there. Oh, doctor, they go off course.
Chelsea Denova is on the cusp of a huge opportunity here.
Chelsea Denova wants it. Dylan Hughes surges forward. Contact with base. Chelsea continues on. That's all she wrote. Your winner here at round 6. Chelsea Denova gets the win. We'll see you guys in Utah. Send it.
Welcome back. We're getting Kelsey Rowlings overheated Coyote 240 out of here so we can continue on our other half of our top 16 battle. We're going to start off with Jeff Donati and Dustin Miles for Styles Miles as we look at Andy Hateley here getting ready for his top 8 battle against Hobson.
Yeah, Kelsey, just a little bit of bad luck there. We're taking a look at the BMW. There is Andy Hateley. He's got to be running hot, bro. He's got the suit. He's got his pajamas on. He's got his long beard. He's got a beanie on. And look at that. Still just driving, putting in the work. Yep, so again, GoPro, the chase for the championship. If you haven't already seen it, be sure to check out the Hero 12 Black. Right in front of me, you got Robin Ishida on your left. Right in the middle, you got Ryan Lontaine. And to your right, that is Brian Eggert. Those are our 3 judges. Further to the right, you got Pat Gentili, who is, again, he is your race ops. And then myself and Matt Sopa. Got Ryan Sage, he was over here. All right, before we move on to our next battle, let's throw it down to Lorette Nickel, who's with the Drift Wizard. Bibbidi bibbidi boo.
Hi, how are you? I heard that, I just saw that you were talking with my cameraman and I saw some movement. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was telling him, what was I telling you? Well, we were talking about how low my car was, actually, and how it sort of holds up somehow. That front bumper's been on all year long, and it's still alive. We've gone through 2 rear bumpers so far, because Derek Madison keeps hitting us, but, you know, we actually have a sticker on the back of the heart that says thanks, Derek, too. We're good friends. It's good. But, yeah, front bumper's holding up. Car's holding up. Feeling good.
Driver holding up?
Driver's holding up. It's a little sweaty in here, but moving on to top 8. And I think we have Trevor Root, so that'll be a good battle. Another good guy, good friend of mine. So, yeah, have some fun.
Love seeing you battle all your good friends. Out. It's cold. No, sir. Well, two different ideas here. But this track here, gorgeous. How working for you?
I love this track. It's my favorite track on the series. Seattle used to be. This is definitely my favorite track now. Just the flow of it, the high speed, the track surface, the facilities, the fact that we have, you know, great bathrooms and showers here, you know. It's just, yeah, you can't beat it, yeah. And the weather's great. You got this beautiful view of the mountains. Every sunset and sunrise is amazing. Like, yeah, it's a great place. Yeah.
Expectations of the next battle moving forward?
I just put it on Root's door. Have some fun. Yeah. He's a great driver, so let's go have some fun and see what he does and see what I do. And, you know, hopefully none of us mess up too bad.
Let's see what happens, right, Jared?
Absolutely. All right. So again, I think that Andy works for the Utah Sports Commission.
Yeah, apparently.
Come on down to Utah. One heck of a good time. Brought to you by the Drift Wizard, Alakazam. All right, here we go. Moving on to our next battle. This is Jeff Donati and Dustin Miles. Donati up front. Miles tip to tail. Throws it in. We'll see if that works out for him. Donati in that first outside zone, transitioning out into that big, long second outside zone. Donati, not massive angle, but great posture. And just putting it right into that second outside zone. Allowing Dustin Miles. Oh, Miles off that back bumper. A lot of dirt being thrown up right here with the naked eye looking over. And again, that was a ton of smoke. You saw the bumper go flying there off Dustin Miles' vehicle.
Yeah, I thought he was going to end up in the parking lot.
Yeah, right?
So taking another look at here, we got Jeff Donati. He's been cool as a cucumber all day. Awesome initiation. Miles right there with him. And this is a great chase here from the outer zone 1 to 2 by Miles. He does a really good job of reeling him back in after losing a little bit of proximity here. And Donati smooth in that outer zone 2, deep as it needed to be, but here, Miles just loses a little bit of grip. It looks like maybe the front end maybe washed out a little bit, but it looks like there was an incomplete there, I believe. So unfortunately for Miles, I think he's going to be at a huge deficit here. Because we take another look at the U.S. Air Force Eye in the Sky replay. Donati pitching it into outer zone 2. Miles doing a good job here, reeling it back in. Donati getting back deeper into outer zone 2 as they head through the transition into outer zone 3. Miles gets good proximity there. It just ran out of track. Not necessarily talent, but just there's not enough track there to keep the car on the road here as they head through the finish line.
And let's see. Again, we always speculate. We don't give it definitively. If it is an incomplete, that would give kind of an advantage to another driver. You have to obviously kind of approach that accordingly if you're the other driver. And you say that, you're like, okay, cool. You know, Dustin has this disadvantage, but we don't know that for certain.
Yeah, whether it's a full incomplete or not, it's a huge deficit against Miles at this point. And Donati's been on his game pretty much since qualifying, so he's going to have a real tough time making him make any mistakes in the lead position here.
Yeah, Donati qualifying second, and just seems to really be hitting his stride, just getting familiar, more intimate with this car.
Yeah, it's interesting. They both have 2 J's under the hood, but we got 2 different chassis, maybe 2 different driving styles. And Miles looks, you know, he's got like his car's low, and they've had mechanical issues this weekend. So it's good to see these two wrestling it out in the top 16.
Yep. But let's see. Dustin Miles will lead. Jeff Donati will give chase. All right, you ready to go, boys? Cleaning it up. Got a lot of dirt, a lot of dust. And away they go. Those lights extinguish. Now coming, Dustin Miles will lead. Donati giving chase, as you said. Donati seems to be dialed. And again, styles from Miles past that inside clip into that first outside zone. In the second outside zone, here comes Donati. Now he's got to think, again, really got to keep it dialed. He does take an inside line for Jeff Donati. Again, Donati, not the best line,
yeah.
but I don't think that's an inactive chase. I think he just got, you know, I think Dustin was throwing everything at it, and it was very difficult for Jeff to hang, and he's got that disadvantage.
You're absolutely correct. Donati didn't make any big mistakes like Miles did in his chase. He just didn't have as much proximity basically throughout the whole course here as Miles fills out our zone 2. Donati trying to make up some ground here, pulls a little angle out of the car as they head into transition here. Donati could have transitioned just a little later and filled up that gap, but he really sacrifices his line here as they go through the finish line after outer zone 3. Take another look from the eye of the sky. Here goes Miles pitching it in. Donati right there with them. I was really hopeful that I was really excited with Donati's transition there in outer zone 2, but then it kind of fell apart for him for whatever reason. I don't know if the engine blocked down right there as we could kind of see a little less smoke. There wasn't no reason for him to kind of lift on the throttle there, but as they go into outer zone 3 here, is still trying to make up ground. Miles pulling back from outer zone 3, so it'll be if the needle's wavering any which way direction, I believe it's in the way of Jeff Donati at this point.
Yep. All right, here we go. Donati and Miles, and I think Miles with that major mistake. There it is. Jeff Donati gets the win, continues on his success. So look at that. Our number 1 and number 2 qualifiers still in it. Talking about Donati and, of course, number 1 qualifier, Rudy Hansen. Advancing on to our next battle, this is Jack Davis and Evan Bogovich. Like I said, a lot of BMWs, but so many different, you know, chassis as far as E36, E46, even E91. So, and then, yeah, so 26th and 23rd qualifying positions. Fairly equally matched, but again,
sometimes that always doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's a good base to start off with, you know, on paper.
And Bogovich, you know, only 2 rounds in this vehicle. Don't know if he's got much seat time outside of, you know, practice, qualifying, you know, I mean, that could really hamper it. And again, hired gun within the Sorensen Motorsports camp. So Bogovich will lead. All right, Bogovich will lead, and then we are looking at Jack Davis. Here we go. Bogovich initiates. Jack Davis right there. So again, kind of new school versus old school BMWs. Transitioning in that second outside zone. Bogovich, great angle. Jack Davis, not as much angle, gets aggressive. From that angle, couldn't tell if there was contact there. Jack shut it down, but Bogovich does shut it down.
Yeah, Bogovich was way offline there. He looked like he threw it in way too much angle and just snuffed it out.
So let's take a look again. Was there contact from Jack?
So yeah, taking a look here. I really like the aggressive initiation by Bogovich here. Pulling that handbrake, get nice and tidy with interclip 1 as they go through outer zone 1. Both awesome transition here. Everybody take notes on that transition. But then Bogovich kind of fell apart there. I think that's that fault. If I'm just shooting from the hip here, Jared, that Bogovich is
came unwound.
Yeah, he came unwound. He was already offline. It's really not the chase driver's fault, in my opinion, that they made contact there. So
yeah, from that angle, that's why I said, you know, didn't want to speak too soon. It looked like Jack, like at first glance, wouldn't hit him, but Bogovich kind of came out of it. That perfect storm of him surging, and maybe that's why Bogovich was falling off and then comes unbound.
And we really can't see the A-pillar lights, but if I had to bet,
it's my fault.
It's Jared's fault. Yeah,
a shared fault.
Oh, shared.
I think Jack was too aggressive, and then Bogovich was coming. No, okay. It's always Jared's fault. All right, let's throw it down to Lorette Nickel, who's with Jeff Donati.
Well, I'm so excited for Jeff Donati, and it has been a roller coaster of a season. And as your team was filling me in, you had 3 engine swaps before, what was it, the first round? And it's been a really challenging season for you so far, but you're putting it together today. What's working so well?
You know, I think that we've just been progressively getting better all year. Even though it might not have shown in the results the first couple rounds, obviously the big crash in Atlanta, we've gained data, we got better every round. Obviously we had success in St. Louis, and we're just continuing to roll that here. So it's just been never quit, learn from our mistakes, get 1% better every lap, and it's working.
All right, so get better 1% every lap. So what do you think that you are adjusting to that 1%?
So for me at this track, it's getting better in outer 3. Every single lap we need to get a little deeper, we need to enter it earlier, and we need to stay pinned all the way through. So that's what we're really focusing on in the lead. And in the chase, we're really trying to not get left in between outer 1 and 2 and make sure that we can be right on their door through 2 into 3.
And you're happy with how everything is progressing today?
Yeah, it's amazing after all the hard work this season to drive 30 hours out here from Ohio, you know, for it to all culminate in a top 8 and hopefully more is just amazing.
Jeff, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lorette. Thank you, Jeff. All right, well, take a short break. When we come back, who's going to be on start line? TBD here at FDSLC with JD and MS right here. We'll be right back.
Plastic bars when I copy my steel.
Got my heart no break you land in. Got my heart no
Made in Japan. Breed. Passionate about a life in racing.
Welcome back to Royal Purple Top 16. Josh Love and Hooman Rahimi. We talked about Hooman Rahimi earlier and his energy, what's going on, and it was Jonathan Hurst after Hooman Rahimi binned his car. He said it was written off. He's done. You know what Hurst says? The pride of Paducah says, throw some dirt on it, man. Get that thing strapped back up, and we're going to throw down now as Joshua Love has been on one. He qualified third. Josh Love will lead. Hooman Rahimi banged up, battered, bruised, but ready to throw down. Joshua Love, good aggressive initiation. Oh, there goes Hooman Rahimi. Don't know if there's contact there, but Rahimi overcooks it. Joshua Love continues on. Hooman Rahimi, he is just a biohuman right now. He's going for it. But Josh Love, even if there was a tap, I'll tell you what, he was barely affected by it. It looked like there was contact, right?
Yeah, I think there was.
I saw the attitude of the car, but from that angle, from the angle we saw there, utilizing the screen, very difficult to see.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought Love was going to loop it because there was contact. Right. And let's take a look here. I really liked Rahimi's aggression here. Like, you know, butt to front here. And then they just washed out and kind of helped Love through the interclip one there as they abandoned ship. And here we go, another look at that initiation. And there it is. Not sure if it upset his alignment or at all, but he'll be able to, he's in an advantage here. And if he gets through the battle, Love will have some time to check it out before we get into the grade 8. See Rahimi in slow motion here, trying to make up some ground, always putting on a show for us. We can always count on Rahimi doing that. This picturesque outer zone 2 shot. Look at this. Josh Love just pitching it into outer zone 2, just the way you want. Matching that art. Rahimi trying to drag race. He's about a couple days behind Love in that position, so we'll clean up the course and get these guys' roles reversed. Get going on the second battle here shortly.
Josh Love's spotter calling him over here. Don't know if he's going to call, or, you know, they're going to assess fault here. So I obviously. Yeah, Hooman Rahimi at fault. Is Josh calling? Is he going to assess the car? So a lot of contact here in PROSPEC. Again, drivers going for it in our Royal Purple Top 16. Tonight we'll be giving out our PROSPEC overall winners, 1, 2, and 3, and I believe our championship trophy as well. Are we giving away PROSPEC championship trophy tonight as well? Yeah, payment tomorrow. Hooman Rahimi is caused at, or is deemed at fault here.
Right, ready to move. Yeah, Love already had the rear end lit back up there. He was ready to charge on the course, and Rahimi said, excuse me, come back here. Just reminding Love, you know, that Rahimi goes 105%. I think. Yeah.
Boop the snoot. Boop, boop, boop the snoot. Boop, 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 boop the snoot. Checking the track, seeing what's going on. One rock at a time. Gonna kick all those rocks at a time. All right. See what we got. All right, well, again, just got back from Detroit, working with Ford here on Thursday. So let's take a look. Again, Ford, they've definitely had a great relationship, some great moments here with Formula Drift. Let's take a look at the big blue oval that is Ford and Formula Drift.
Just outside of Salt Lake City, this is playing host not only to round 7 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship, but this is round 4, the final round of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship.
To see him in to our top 32. Oh, look at that, pulling that front right off. Looking way more settled than he was in that first run. Ooh. Clean air. More performance, putting him up there, and check it out, big angle. Stuckey wasn't focusing on, but saw a little twitch in that chase position. Now coming into that second outside zone. First outside zone, transitioning into the zone. Frederick Osmo with the goal. Oh, knocks him out. Throws some more angle on it. Kelsey stays in it. Holy cow. With the assist on the drift. Chelsea and Nova staying in it. You saw Osmo come from the rear. A little gravel being thrown up. I have never seen. And there we are seeing Josh Love. He went back to the pits. That is his left side. It's the other side that, no, it was that side. Sorry, I apologize. It was that side that took the hit. Can't see, looks like wheels scraped up. Look at that Robert Thorne over there banging away. Robert Thorne, PROSPEC champion last year. We got our alignment plates.
Toe plates, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cooking tray. Yeah, you're right. My director wants some cookies, obviously, because he thinks it's a cookie tray.
I use that same method at home.
Right.
The foot on the plate.
Yeah.
It's good form,
Robert.
Robert.
Hi, thanks for joining us, Larry Chen. Where were you? Yesterday, though? No, I can see you yesterday. You weren't here yesterday, liar. All right, so pulling up into the burnout box. What are we seeing? It looks like I'm seeing a little baby blue. Might be Davis and Bogovich. Davis and Bogovich. All right, so Thorne, you could see, again, Robert Thorne helping out. He's a PROSPEC champion from last year. He made the jump to pro. Pilots the Smetagard Racing BMW. So this is the second half of this battle. Because we saw Jack Davis and Bogovich. We saw that it was shared fault between Bogovich and Davis. And there was an incomplete. All right, let's take a look. Here we go, second half of this battle. This is Jack Davis and Bogovich. And Bogovich gets in the side of Davis, pushing him around. And Bogovich stays back. Oh boy, here comes Bogovich. Looks a little fired up here. Jack Davis transitioning. Oh, Bogovich attacking in the chase. And Bogovich absolutely possessed, man. Look at that.
Yeah, you got to hand it to him for, you know, driving in a hired seat there. You know, like you said, you know, we're really not sure how much seat time he can have in that car. We know he's usually driving S chassis, but that was really exciting here in the initiation. He was like glued to his door here. We almost had a Rahimi Love situation here. Did he keep it in drift? I'm not sure. From this angle, it was really tough to see here. More straightening, a little beetle of wobbling there as he gets more proximity through outer zone 2. And Davis just ripping through outer zone 2, ripping in that transition, going into outer zone 3, and Bogovich still putting on the pressure after all of his mistakes. Says, I'm still here to party. Let's go here as they go through outer zone 2 again. Or where are we at? Yeah, we're in outer zone 2. Bogovich kind of doing some weavering and wavering there. More straightening, more scrutinizing. The judges are going to have to scrutinize probably 3 or 4 times that Bogovich came really close to straightening his car coming out of drift in that chase position. So we're looking back at Love here. Robert Thorne still setting that toe. Look at that form. You got the left foot on. The tapes are on the edges. With about 3/16 toe in, Jared. What do you think?
Right.
About half a cup.
Just half a cup. A little dash here.
Yeah, a little sprinkle of some
love
steer and
a little sprinkle of some LOVE.
Can't really make out what's on the time there. So, judging by their composure, they're not in too much of a hurry.
Yeah. So that was again Love with that contact. We're going back. So we'll see if we have a verdict. This is where it gets, you know, we have to, you know, Jack Davis and Bogovich went against each other. We saw that perfect storm. It was shared fault with Jack being aggressive, Bogovich kind of coming out of drift. All right, scores. Again, taking a look, assessing both the runs, the first run and the second run. What I'm talking about here is Bogovich and Jack Davis. So contact made on both of the runs is where it gets a little interesting.
At least we had a complete run on the second one, you know, so it was exciting. But I feel like Yeah, I'm not sure how the judges are looking at this, to be honest with you. We just had to look at the second run. I feel like Davis was a little more dominant in that position.
Lorette, you want to give us a little update on either Josh Love or what's going on in the pits? What are you seeing?
Yes, sure. I would love to. I just grabbed Robert Thorne, and there wasn't a lot of rushing around. Things seemed really... Yeah, you don't like to rush.
No.
Cool, calm, and collected, man. What were you guys working on?
The toe got knocked a little bit, so it was just a matter of checking the marks on the trailing arm. I saw they'd slipped slightly, so loosen them up, put it back, recheck toe, make sure the wheel's straight and nothing cracked, and everything feels solid.
Okay.
So Josh has just got to go out there, give us a nice clean chase, and moving on. So yeah, excited.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you, Robert. Guys, back to you.
Thank you. Some good insight there from Robert Thorne, a Formula Drift Pro competitor, helping out Joshua Love and talking about and trailing arms, knocking out that toe, getting it back and lined up.
No sweat. See that guy? They're not a beat.
Easy peasy, chicken greasy.
That's a new one.
All right, Bogovich and Davis still waiting for the outcome, but on the line, we are seeing, looks like Kohl Richards, the young buck, going against Austin Matta, a veteran. Okay. So still waiting for the outcome here. This is Bogovich. Here's this is who's up next, but we still have. So the Kohl Richards, Scion 86 BRZ, 8RS. I don't know what you can call it. All right. Slide him left for Bogovich, right for Jack Davis. Brian says one more time, and Jack Davis gets the win. Jack Davis gets the win, 2-1. We'll revisit that in just a little bit. Do you agree with that call?
Yes,
Matt?
yes, I do. Yeah, I just want to attest to Davis's little struggle here. I was talking to his spotter here earlier before the breaks, and they're saying they had to put in an old engine in for this whole week, and that's why they're down on power, and they're down on boost because of the elevation. They tried a bigger pulley or a smaller pulley on the supercharger.
Right.
Couldn't keep the belt down, so now they're still down a couple few pounds of boost. So he's making his way though. Good on him.
Two more battles left here in a row. Purple Top 16. Right now we are looking at Kohl Richards and Austin Matta. Matta will lead. Richards giving chase. Initiating. There we go. Taking a look right there, and you can see him ripping past that outside zone. Here goes Matta. A little correction there from Matta. Matta goes off course. And Matta exits. Kohl Richards continues on through the course. Don't know what happened to Matta. Very unfortunate. I mean, he just completely straightened out. I'm glad he didn't go into the wall and all that. We've seen that before.
Yeah, those tires don't. They might be made out of rubber, but they're not that forgiving. So taking a look at the run up here, Matta with a nice little flick going in there, and Richards following him right into inner clip 1 as they head through outer zone 1. Let's look at this transition here by Richards. Right where he wanted to be, but also Matta just too far outside. Decides to take a little desert bath there as we take another look at it from the drone. Matta just kind of, with the clean air, you wonder kind of what happened with their position. Was it driver error and something happened with the car? Not really sure. Let's look at our gorgeous drop shot here. I guess he just had it out for that clipping point, so that'll be the end of Matta's lead run there, as after that everything doesn't matter. So they're going to reverse the roles, see what Richards can do with some clean air. Judging by his run after the fact, he's still looking solid.
Still looking strong.
That Matta going to go back to the pits. Maybe he's going to call a competition timeout or not.
Man, just attrition. Matta calling a comp timeout.
Looks like it. Getting thumbs up from our race control Pat and his spotter. Very unusual mistake here for Matta. He's usually on his game pretty well. He's kind of a little bit of a wild card. He's one of those guys that'll go 105%.
Who, Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely gets after it. Well, you wonder, he is calling a comp timeout. You wonder what's going on there. Maybe power steering or something like that.
I can't see anything obvious. Looks like the wheels are running true. Just maybe power steering can get hot, and all of a sudden you have no power steering, and that's not fun to wrestle. All of a sudden on the track.
So you can see him right there. Hood's popped. He has gone to competition timeout. NGK competition timeout. Again, if you're here in the building or you're planning on coming tomorrow, be sure to go by the Momo and Forge Star booth. Got some special deals here at the show only. Momo steering wheels, safety equipment, shift knobs, even got some Lean Customs pins. If you haven't seen the Lean Customs pins as well, they got a booth here, but also talking about GoPro. If you haven't seen it, GoPro just launched their new camera this week. So we have some exclusive pricing on the all-new Hero 12 Black. And now we are back up to the line. What are we seeing here?
Yeah, we saw a little belt action there, so that's another big thing. So not only did it lose all its power, it definitely lost power steering.
Yeah, like I said, probably power steering.
Yeah. Is that what you said?
I did. I did say that.
Take a deep dive in here. This is engine bay here. Yep. Still missing.
All right, so Rahimi and Love, and this is the second half.
Correct.
We saw Hooman and Rahimi go hard, and too hard, goes in the side of Love. Rahimi was at fault. Love got to put hands on the car, make sure everything was good, and talking to Thorne. So this is the second half. Hooman Rahimi's gonna, I expect Rahimi really risk it for the biscuit here, just knowing him. He's got everything to gain, nothing to lose. Rahimi throws in a big handbrake pull there into that inside clip in that first outside zone. Here comes Josh Love. Josh Love's drifting, and Rahimi gets in. Oh boy, Josh Love goes off.
No, that was only 3 on Rahimi there.
Yeah, so all right, I'm a little baffled.
Are we gonna have new life? Yeah, let's just have this a mulligan. You know.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, Josh.
Come on, bud. You had it.
Yeah,
unless there's. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just. Come on, Josh. Like, he just overcooked it, man. You saw him just go too hard. Rahimi did, go off. Let's take a look at it again.
And that's the thing. He didn't even have to.
No.
Like,
he did not.
I like the aggression there, almost making contact on interclip 1. And here we go. I really liked his setup here, but there was no reason to follow Rahimi through the desert there. And Rahimi, believe it or not, did not incomplete there, in my opinion, because he still had 2 wheels on course there. So taking a look here at the chase drone here is Love gets nice and close and personal with Rahimi. Almost straightens out there. It's trying to lengthen that drift to set him up nice and better for outer zone 2. But there it is, 1, 2, 3, 4 wheels off. That's over for Love's chase run here. Another perspective, you can kind of see, maybe that was 3 off for Rahimi. So
Dual
interesting
incomplete.
thing to transpire. Yeah. So when you look at the first run, which would then be Love, because there was 2 incompletes for Rahimi's both runs. So.
Oh man, yeah. And that's taking a look at Austin's vehicle right there.
Looks like we got a. Looks like they're trying to push that belt out. They might be trying to take the old one out yet, because I don't think we found one on the track.
Yeah, real hard to see. A minute and 30 seconds. I don't know if Matta's going to make it.
I tell you what, Jared, one cool thing I've seen with superchargers, when Matt Field had a big wreck in Canada a few years ago, they ran without the belt. They just put the nitrous tune in there and no supercharger. That was cool.
All right, slide him left for Love, right for Rahimi, and Josh Love gets the win after some contact, but Rahimi, great effort there, but Josh Love comes out on top. And again, we are seconds away from finding out if Austin will be able to fix his car. He does have a deficit. Kohl Richards would just need to complete, and with that, he'd officially, we mentioned it earlier, but Kohl Richards would, again, he would be our Rookie of the Year. So, Lorette, what's cooking down there, including our skin, because it's hot down there?
It is hot down here. The sun is blazing. We're all trying not to get sunburnt. You guys had your hands in Austin Matta's car. What was happening?
The tensioner bearing on the belt just wore out, so the tensioner's wobbling on there. The belt just shot off again, so he's going to run without power steering, and we'll see what happens.
Any advice you gave him?
Just be ready.
Sounds like a plan, guys. Be ready. No power steering. Wow. For this type of track, I am hoping for the best for Austin Matta.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't skip arm day.
Yeah, but what's that like? I mean, you've experienced that in one of your cars. I mean, you developed it, making it modular. Make it modular is your business, but how is that difficult, especially to drift, let alone just drive?
It's not fun to see what's going to happen is when the car is going to come around, that power steering helps the car
feed
rotate.
the wheel.
Yeah, and then you're going to have to feed the wheel yourself. So if you haven't done that on purpose, then you're going to be in for a ride. So you really got to strong arm it into rotation.
What do you think's going through Kohl Richards' mind? I mean, he is now lead, so I guess you know what? It has nothing to do with him. He's like, you do out back what you do, baby. You make it do what it got to do.
Just another practice run.
Yep.
That's the kind of mindset he's got to go into it. He's got no pressure on himself. So.
Yeah, Austin Matta, when he was leading, goes and initiates into that, or transitions, into that second outside zone. Car shuts it down. He goes off course. Kohl Richards, automatic advantage, incomplete for Austin. So with Kohl Richards, as long as he completes this run, doesn't do anything crazy, he'll advance on. He'll be going against Josh Love. That's what's at stake here.
Lights out. Here we go.
Here we go. Kohl Richards out front. That Coro works. Again, talking about that chassis into that first outside zone. Matta, there it goes, and it's exactly as we anticipated. That's a hard battle with that steering wheel. Kohl Richards continues on through the course as long as he fills his outside zone, which he does. I think he's playing it safe. Doesn't need to do anything fancy. No, doesn't need to stay after class for extra credit. Just get the job done. You know the assignment. Check the boxes, boom, goes the dynamite. Kohl Richards, your 2023 Formula Drift ProSpec Rookie of the Year. All right, let's make it official. Slide him right for Richards, and that will solidify our TireStacks.com grade 8. Tire Stacks, the official tire service provider of the ProSpec Championship. All right, what are we looking at here? Our 8 is set. And this is what we're looking at. Rudy Hansen, can he make it a perfect event? He won in Atlanta. Ben Hobson, they were talking smack. Again, Rudy says, I got his number before and I'm gonna get it again. Andy Hateley against Trevor Root. Old school versus new school, talking about BMWs. And you got Jeff Donati versus Jack Davis. And finally, Josh Love versus Kohl Richards. Some great names there, some great pilots. Who's winning here? The final round of our Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. This is the Type S Elevator presented by AutoZone. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll see our first battle.
Jones here.
I'm Dylan Hughes.
I'm Travis Reeder.
I'm Ken Gushkin. I'm Matt Field. I drive Link.
They are the most reliable ECU around, and they always deliver. Their global tech support gives me the advice I need every time I need it.
Their products are super easy to install and easy to set up for the performance that I want. They stand behind their products and support their customers. They're always innovating and delivering great new products and performance features. I drive Link.
Welcome back to this Picture X scene here in Grantsville, Utah. I'm Matt Soap. We're about to fire off our Grade 8 in the PROSPEC Link Engine Management Championship. We already got our championship here, Ben Hobson, but he's still not done working today. He's got to go against Rudy Hansen. They've been battling all season long here, and after that we got Andy Hateley and Trevor Root to start with. So, Jared, what do you think about this so far?
You know, overall, we've just seen some drivers just push maybe a little too hard. And, you know, is this track too difficult for PROSPEC? Do they have enough horsepower? Do they have enough tire? You know, do they have enough experience? It's a high-speed track. And, you know, we've seen some great runs, but sometimes there's that degree of pushing and pushing too hard. But, you know, obviously it's worked out well for these two drivers and the drivers that are here in the Grade 8. I think they're very deserved to be here, but you just got to know when to peak. You know what I mean? Know how to drive and know exactly when to. It's car placement. Car placement's really important here, man. And just don't be too aggressive.
Yeah.
That's it.
Don't be aggressive, but
be aggressive.
So yeah, there's always that fine line that the PROSPEC drivers have to walk here, especially with a course like this, like you mentioned. They got to find that balance between the wheel speed, the grip of the tires, because you got to complete the course, but line is very important. I feel like if you can get through the course at angle with the right line, you've won more than half the battles.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
I think it's smooth. I think it's about being smooth, not just really just kind of throwing it in hard. So, yep. All right. Again, here we go. Rudy Hansen, Ben Hobson. Rudy Hansen will lead. He is your #1 qualifier. Ben Hobson is the champ. The champ is here. 2023 Link Engine Management PROSPEC champion. Ben Hobson gets it done before the night's even over. Rudy Hansen will lead coming down the chute. Rudy Hansen initiates. Ben Hobson chase him down. Like I said, smooth as fast, Kohl. Into that first outside zone goes Rudy Hansen. Transitioning through. There goes Ben Hobson. Now into that second outside zone goes Rudy Hansen. Rudy, really good. Look at that degree of angle. It's really apparent there. See Ben Hobson down. Ben Hobson into formation. See, and there it is. See, this is what I was talking about, is line. And you saw Rudy, I loved what he did in second outside zone. I think his angle, his placement in that last outside zone, I think Rudy left a little early, but Ben Hobson was right next to him the whole time.
Did a great job adapting to it. Love the aggression here, initiation by both parties here as we get through outer zone 1. Hobson, that's what we want to see here, that transition. But it looked like he thought that Hansen was going to over-rotate there, so he hesitated going into outer zone 2, sacrificing a lot of proximity here. But look at that transition here. Closes the door on Hansen as they go through outer zone 3. Hansen gives him more of an opportunity to let him bang his door. So now, who's owing who at a rocker panel today? Here we go, another eye in the sky. Hansen, nice aggressive transition or initiation into outer zone 1. Bringing it around here, look at Hobson, does a little, that might have been actually what happened there. He transitioned too soon, a little too quickly, and set him up to have a little less proximity that he probably desired going to outer zone 2. Bringing it back through outer zone 3. Hobson, here we go. Let's see if we can get that boop on camera. There it is as they finish it out of this first run in the top 8.
Yep, and I think that was the right strategy, and that's exactly what I was talking about. You know, just maybe pushing a little too hard, getting offline. Nobody went to the gravel, which is good. All right, so we are
wrestling the umbrellas here, and
we are
going back to that run.
Yep.
You know, besides Rudy leaving outer zone 3, I felt he let Ben have a very good opportunity to have a good chase, and I think I don't want to like Ben could have stepped up just a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was a smart approach, just because you kind of want to force an accident, you kind of want to force an incident. You know, just we're seeing that. You know, and you got to think about the tires, attrition. You know, here going through here on the second run, Ben's now going to lead. Got to salvage some tires.
Yeah, because
we haven't talked about that. We just did. So here we go. Ben Hobson out front, big, massive flick in into that inside flip, and then that first outside zone. Now let's see how he handles the second outside. Holy Rudy Hansen, the rocket comes up. Yeah, comes out of that second outside zone. Big angle for Hobson. Now in that final outside zone, look at Ben Hobson, look at that. And that's what I'm talking about. That was rock solid. Woo! I mean, so that's what I was talking about. Like, you got to strike when you need. Peak at the right time, right? That was peaking at the right time. He settled into the pocket on that first run, kind of chilled out, as you said. Oh, I think he could have done more. Okay, hold my beer. Boom, that's what he did. He did it right there in that second run.
And that's the thing about tires, like in the chase position, when you get to go first, you get to use less tire in the chase position. But look at that. That was the best initiation I've seen all weekend.
Yeah.
And look at that, perfectly filling that outer zone one. Rudy trying to make up some ground, keeping it in drift, just couldn't close the door. This was awesome lead run by Hobson. That's what you want. Just so picturesque in there.
Massive angle.
Awesome arc going into outer zone 3, and Rudy doing his best he can to close the door. You know, it's at this point, it's easy to say Hobson's got it in the bag. And you know what the best thing is? He had nothing to lose.
No.
So he's going to drive this thing even harder.
Yeah, that was, and again, Rudy said, hey, I had his number in Atlanta. And I mean, this was a perfect example of what we were just talking about before this battle. Peaking the right time, you know, and then talked about tires in between these battles, but again, not pushing it too hard. Kind of forcing a mistake or forcing the opportunity for Ben Hobson to get the victory. So Ben Hobson gets the win. Can he make this, again, a victory not only for the championship, but winning here at Salt Lake City? And I think if you run that tape back, I think Rudy will agree, man, that was absolutely like a 90-point qualifying run. I mean, that was flawless, man. That was really hard. Splitting hairs here. I like the X factor. If this was a qualifying run, you remove Rudy Hansen, his transition from outside zone 2 to 3, and then just to set it and forget it. Super counterlocked, go into that last outside zone, and boom. Like that's exactly what he needs to do.
Not to mention that initiation was just absolutely stunning.
Absolutely, you did say that. Probably the best initiation we've seen all day, and I concur. Here we go, moving on to our next battle of our TireStacks.com Grade 8. We are looking at Andy Hateley, the Drift Wizard, going against Trevor Root. So who's going against Hobson? Will it be Hateley or Root? And I believe with that, so that's our 1, 2, and 3 overall in the championship, right? Because early on, Rudy got pushed down to and basically solidified 3rd place. Hateley could have, but no, with Ben winning, boom. Andy Hateley will be 2nd overall in the championship this year. Looks like a restart here.
Yeah.
He jumped the light like a light. Okay, so Trevor Root chasing down Hateley. Hateley qualifying 4th. Root made his way through Farouk. Oh, wow. Okay, so just find out some things. So not solidifying 3rd place is Rudy Hansen. But the scenario I'm being told is if Jack Davis gets to the finals, he could solidify 3rd place. Here we go, Andy Hateley in that first outside zone. Big angle leaving. Oh, there we go, Root. He tries to attack, and then Hateley throws some more angle out of the 2nd outside zone. Hateley looking reminiscent of what we just saw from Ben Hobson in that final outside zone.
Yes.
That was nasty. That was a really good lead run from Andy Hateley. You saw Trevor kind of have to drop back and then surge forward, drop back again. So
yeah, I think Root got a little lost in the smoke there in outer zone 1. Take a look at it here, at the eye in the sky here. Hateley fit off that zone, but look at how far outside Root was, and he's got a lot of ground to make up. I was like, I held my breath there. I was like, oh boy, let's put the binders on as Hateley Finishes out outer zone 2, a little less angle there, pulling a little bit out here as he sets himself up nice for outer zone 3. Root still trying to make up that ground. He's got the pole out, trying to reel him in. He's running out on a fishing line, Jared, as they follow up through finish line. And here we go, another look from the sky. Hateley just completely composed, no wavering in there. As you can see, Root getting outside towards the rumble strips, getting in outer zone 2, almost straightening there, trying to make up some ground, like I said. Little wavering from Hateley in outer zone 2, but he does set himself up real nice with a nice smooth transition, matching that arc of outer zone 3. Almost leaves it, but then he gets a little deeper towards the finish, and Root still in the frame, still in the picture, still in the fight. But will it be enough? At this point, it's towards Hateley.
Yep. All right, taking a look. That's Ben Hobson's team wearing the championship T-shirts. Look at that. Hobson still in the cockpit, sweating it out, getting some. See Pops holding the blower there, keeping the system cool.
Yep, it's all bragging rights now.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. They just lock in the door. Yeah, the door's still not being able to be opened. Had that contact earlier. And back to the start line. Root and Hateley. Root will lead. Hateley giving chase. This was again, Root jumped the light. Looks like we got a clean start now. No cones hit, no light being jumped. Root out front. Root initiates Hateley right there. Tucking it into the TR in the door. Now in that second outside zone. See Root slow to initiate. Hateley goes to the side of him. Root, you see him wavering, but Hateley not affected. That was really smart and really intuitive of what Andy Hateley was doing. I mean, that's. I felt like Hateley, you know, Trevor threw it in. He threw some more angle at it, but I like the composure of Hateley. I thought that was smart on that second outside zone. Didn't panic, just kind of stayed in it, didn't check up.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's take a look at it again.
Yeah, I feel like Hateley was just a couple clicks better on his chase run over Roots here. So taking a look on the run up here, Roots throwing it in. Hateley right there behind him. Could have been a little closer on the initiation going through inner clip 1 as they go through 1. Hateley had a good transition, good mimic, but he's trying to close the door here as Root throws it almost just too much angle.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of a little, a little snub.
I digress about what I said. Again, angles, everything, not just in the cars. I'm talking about perspective as far as camera angles.
Yeah, so here we go. Like, I really liked Hateley's transition following him into outer zone 3. It looked really good from the live point of view. So I don't know if we're going to get in a look at that or not, but we're down here looking at Hansen picking up Hobson.
Yeah, he's like, you had me. You never had your car, bro. Where them hot moms at?
Standing by your car.
Yeah, recounting on that run, and Hobson just had it dialed. Slide him left for Hateley, right for Trevor Roots. And it looks like Andy Hateley gets the win over Trevor Roots.
And into the top 4.
Yeah, in the top 4. So it's Hobson and Hateley. Yep, again, good run by Trevor Root. Hateley takes it. And Hateley is locked in for second. All right, so I'm being told by President of Formula Drift, Ryan Sage, that Andy Hateley will finish second in the championship. Andy Hateley solidifies second overall in the 2023 Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. Jeff Donati, Jack Davis. Here we are in this TireStacks.com grade A. The other side of it. So Hobson and Hateley, they're already in it. Right now, we're looking at Donati and Davis. Then we got Love and Kohl Richards. And out front, Jeff Donati, qualified second. He'd love to continue success. That'd be great to, he's had just such a tumultuous year, but right now he is dialed. Jack Davis just barely nudging over that inside clip. Jack Davis taking an inside line. Jeff Donati, want to see a different perspective there as Jack Davis, he spins out. He goes off course. Donati's going to continue. As you see Jeff Donati finish across the finish line. And Donati's going to have a major advantage with Davis spinning out, going off course.
Yeah, big time, Jared. Let's take another look at there. I kind of want to see how that transpired here with Davis in the chase position as Donati throws it in, getting through inner clip 1. Davis bettering the angle a little bit and almost a straight in there. That might have been the run done for the chase position there, but now he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, and he is out on that chase position. So Big deficit there for Davis. He's going to have to wish for a miracle in the lead position as they come back around through outer zone 2. Donati just keeping his composure out front. No bubbles, no troubles.
All right, thanks for the fans for showing up here. Casual Friday. This place is going to be bonkers tomorrow. Again, crowd today, solid. You know, just a good. Some people got school's back in session, and my kids are, and they've got work. You know, it's a weekday. What, you look at me like work?
What's work?
What's work? Works. Hey.
Never work when it's fun.
Uh-huh.
Or when you love what you're doing.
Okay,
whatever that sign goes. Yeah, let's
easy for you to say.
Wrap it up.
All right, so looks like, is that Jack?
Yes.
Stranded out there, might need a tow. So Donati with the advantage. And Deechworks E36 looks like he is leaving under his own power. Don't know what's going on. Yeah, that's a good point. Taking a look. Is Davis okay? Looks like, yep, he's pulling around. So, all right, so there's Ben Hobson getting his car ready.
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong here. So if Donati wins here, he's actually got the lowest score of qualifying.
Guaranteed.
Top 4, so he's guaranteed podium.
Guaranteed podium.
If he wins this battle.
Yes, sir. Yep, Jeff Donati's going to be on the box. That's
That's
great.
awesome.
Just tumultuous year. I mean, crashed hard earlier this season, if you can recall, and then now brought it back out, getting it dialed.
Can't even tell.
No, not even. All right, so Davis out front, Donati in the chase position. Davis going off course. Yeah, all right, got some fans in the stands. How we doing out there? That's what's up. Throwing up the horns, throwing the shakas, the tongues out. Tongues out, suns out. Thanks for joining us. Got some family, some drivers. Again, saw Blake Olson out there cheering on his fellow competitors. A lot of the drivers. Got a Von Gittin Jr. fan. He'll be in the building tomorrow. Again, Chelsea Denofa leads the pack. What's up? Oh, skirt. Salt Lake. Thanks for coming out. Again, hopefully see each and every one of you. Plus, your grandma and your grandpa, bring out your family. Bring them on out. Bring them out. Bring them out. All right. All right. Well, while these guys are backing out, we'll back out. We'll be right back. So comp timeout called by Jack Davis. Jack Davis calls a comp timeout. Our NGK competition timeout. Don't go anywhere. Short little breather. And we'll get our next battle on deck, and that is Love and Kohl Richards.
Rockstar Energy gets me energized so I can go out and send it. Hustle on.
GT Radio. Experience ultra high performance.
Link ECU. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
For 30 Formula Drift teams, our professional tire stacks crew will mount over 1,000 tires during a weekend to keep our drivers on track, competing at the highest level. TireStacks.com, the official tire service of Formula Drift.
The magic of Rain-X. Okay, that's some serious Hollywood stuff right there. But with Rain-X Latitude water repellency blades, the magic is real. These blades apply a new longer lasting water repellency formula. The magic of Rain-X repels water from your windshield so water beads up and rolls away while you drive, giving you the clearest view possible. Treat your windshield for safer driving visibility with Rain-X Latitude water repellency wiper blades.
And we are back. Waiting for our vehicles to pull up here to the start line. Jack Davis called that NGK competition timeout.
Taking a little tour of the paddock here.
Yeah. Cruising down. You got Lean Customs right next to the Formula Drift merchandise tent. They'll be there tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, action-packed day. We got our Pro. We got our GoPro wireless camera. Again, GoPro, be sure to drop by the booth. Exclusive pricing. The all-new Hero 12 Black. And giving away a camera both today and tomorrow. We gave it already away today, but special pricing, bundle pack. So be sure to go by the GoPro booth. Patty giving us the angles, the shots. And there is that last outside zone coming from the paddock area. And Love and Richards jumping into the Pedal Commander burnout box. And there is Jack Davis outside of his car. What's going on there? He looks pretty, we got Love and Richards, Josh and Kohl. Love will lead. Love will find a way. But Kohl Richards going to try to put a halt to that. Kohl Richards didn't qualify well. Again, winner in New Jersey, the young buck, 19 years old. So Josh Love, let's see how Josh can do out front. Josh in that BMW, the white car, running down and initiate. 3-2-1 cone, good early initiation into the inside clip. Oh, Kohl Richards exploding that front bumper. Holy cow. Coming into the second outside zone. Kohl Richards really aggressive here against Josh Love. It's the most aggressive I've seen Kohl Richards, and that might pay off. Yeah. Wow, Kohl Richards. He is absolutely on a tear. That very well could hurt him, though. I mean, going to that first inside clip, you saw him just bam, violently go in. I don't think Josh let him in there. I think he just went under his own accord.
Yeah, I'd like to see if that was, hopefully that was just only 2 wheels off, so I don't think it was anything more than that, but that's going to be a deficit. But besides that, excellent chase by Richards against Love here. So take another look at it. Love flicking it in there. Richards, yeah, he kind of dipped in there right before the rumble strip, so I think he's still sitting pretty as far as it not being incomplete. But look at this chase run. Love could have been a little deeper there at first in outer zone 2. Richards continuing to apply the pressure here as he does a nice transition to outer zone 3. That's what you want to see. Love giving him a lot to chew on here in outer zone 3. He's putting the pressure on through the finish line.
I think, I'm going to go back and, taking a look at it again. Did Josh on that inside clip, I'd love to see that. I think he did make a major correction there when he initiated. You saw him hit that rumble strip, go inside. Kohl just went deeper, so the car was way more effective, both aesthetically. So we'll find out and assess this. Let's throw it down to Lorette Nickel, who's with Jack Davis. What's cooking?
Well, what's cooking is that Jack Davis last year finished last, and he is now up to 7th, which is an amazing jump forward. And unfortunately, we saw you call a 5, and you stepped out of competition. What was behind that decision?
Yeah, so on my run against Donati, I threw the car in behind him, and everything felt fine. I went to transition, and then my screen was just blinding me with light. The car died, did some weird stuff, and when I was in the gravel turning around, I had no oil pressure. So I turned the car off after I pulled out of the gravel, looked at it for a second, and I was idling at like 5-6 PSI oil. So we're just going to call it to keep from blowing up my engine on the track. Something happened, obviously, but hopefully Donati can take it and I can save the engine. So that's what we need to do.
Jack, thank you so much for your time, and looking forward to watching you through the years. Just keep moving on up, guys.
All right, so Jeff Donati looks like he will move on. He will have a bye run once, right?
Yeah.
So Love called the competition timeout. Okay, we'll see Donati over here. Just clarifying, so get some. Even Matt was like, no, he just pulled out for No, he pulled out because he's salvaging his motor, which you know, again, you know, the merch gang, purchase some gear, get some Formula Drift gear, Utah exclusive shirts. Be sure to check them out. You get a variety. Look at all that Formula Drift merch gear. Let everybody know you're a Formula Drift fan. But again, just to clarify, Jack Davis says he is pulling out of competition, wants to salvage his engine, doesn't want to risk it just for maybe advancement, and then, you know, he'd have to go, say he beats Donati, then he'd have to go, you know, so on and so forth. So, yeah, so he pulls out. So Jeff Donati advances on once he hits that bye run. Yes, he does have to complete a bye run, and he will be pulling up here in a little bit. But Josh Love does call a competition timeout, so we took a look here. F-16, little Air Force Thunderbird. That's displayed here in the paddock. United States Air Force. Thank you for their support of Formula Drift. Little Air Force trivia. What do you got? What's the question here today? Let's see. In the description of the live stream, the question is, aim high, trivia. Which U.S. Air Force aircraft shot down a spy balloon earlier this year? Was it A, the B-21, B, the F-22, C, the RQ-4, or D, the F-35? Which aircraft shot down a spy balloon earlier this year? If you think you know the answer, go to the description on the live stream, click the link, answer, and see if you're right. What do you think? What do you think, Matt? Do you know?
There's a lot of letters and numbers going on. I can't remember. So.
Yeah.
So no, short answer.
Yeah. No is the answer. All right. Well, here we are. We're looking at the bye run of Jeff Donati. Donati will advance on. He's going to go against either Love or Kohl Richards. That was a pretty rough. Again, at first glance, it looked like Richards was too aggressive, but Love might have let him in taking a look at that from different angles. And that's just a proof positive of, you know, taking a look at the replays.
Yeah, now that once Donati here completes his bye run, that's his guaranteed third place podium, as he is the best qualifying of the top
or
four.
Better. He gets a podium, yeah. But guaranteed at minimum third place, because he is, yes, the highest qualifying driver. So Donati will be on the podium, TBD if it's third, second, or first, but guaranteed at minimum third place here in Utah. All right, lay out and listen. Jeff Donati gets handed a victory here as Jack Davis retires, salvaging his motor. Didn't want to pop it. So Jeff Donati will advance on. Looks like making sure the track is clear, and we will be clear to send. Remember, tomorrow, pro competition. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll be live stream at 11 o'clock. And here we go, Jeff Donati.
Let's hear that Jay-Z sing.
Hove. Congratulations to Jeff Donati, #2 qualifier, highest qualifying driver. Taking a look at Kohl Richards, looks like they're strapping that bumper back on. Thing definitely got ripped right off. Yeah, we are getting some updates on scores, and seems that Donati will be jumping up. Ooh, that's a big puncture in the radiator, dude.
Is it leaking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get some bubble gum in there, boys.
Oh no, mate. That is a major problem.
That's a big bummer, because then if they can't patch that thing up in time, we can't deem that safe.
He's gonna have to retire, and Josh Love would advance on. Oh, what a
upset.
Again, officially our 2023 Link Engine Management Formula Drift ProSpec Rookie of the Year, 19 years old, from Naples, Florida. You can see the clock back there. It looks like, is that 3:41?
Most likely, yeah.
Looks like it, yeah. And don't know if they have. Yep. So Lorette, and again, Lorette, unfortunately, you know, their priority is seeing what's going on. But are you hearing any murmurs of exactly that? I mean, that radiator, that's seen better days.
Well, that is absolutely true. And as Kohl is sitting in his car, Kohl, is the team telling you what's happening? Are they leaving you out of this discussion?
Yes, ma'am. They usually leave me out of this discussion. Car, everything else. It's been working.
Okay. So, in your experience, what happened on the track there?
Just pushed a little too hard. I thought he was going to go a lot faster into outer zone or inner clip 1, and I guess we just made some contact, but hopefully we'll be back on track shortly.
Okay, perfect. Well, we are looking at you being Rookie of the Year, Kohl. So we're looking at you being Rookie of the Year for the ProSpec Series. What does that mean to you?
I mean, yeah, it was a really rad feeling, but yeah, let's go have fun.
He's not concentrating on that quite yet. The team working really hard, and Jared, as you saw, there was a hole punched in the radiator as the team wasn't going to tell Kohl, neither was I. We have Kevin Wells down here watching what is happening, and the clock is running. We are at 2:08 currently of this 5-minute competition timeout.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate turn of events there for Kohl Richards, who is such a promising young driver, you know, coming in this year. Talking to his mom right before top 16, she was I think the loudest fan in the room when we announced he got the win. And thank you so much. How we doing, Utah? Yeah, some awesome fans. Thank you so much for joining us out here. I'm talking to fans coming from Colorado, locally. I mean, just from all over. A father and son coming from Spokane. Met them yesterday. A dude from Centennial, Colorado. And fans, like I said, local. Look at these guys, hyped, feeling it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us. Cheering on their favorite drivers, maybe their first event. I know a lot of people their first event. And only second time we've made the trek here to Utah, so thank you for supporting us. Tell everybody come out. I have to assume we still have some tickets available. We got 1 minute, and I mean, you could see that thing just.
Interesting method. That looks like they're trying to straight out the fins there. I don't see any,
Yeah.
any JB Weld busted out here, because that would have been my move. I mean,
Yeah.
what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, but with it leaking, that's going to be an issue, man. And
Yeah, unless they had a replacement, they could have popped in there. If they
no,
did,
I think that's going to be all she wrote. I think.
Too much in a scurry there.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, they're buttoning it up.
Yeah, that's interesting. We'll see what maybe Kevin has something else to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're okay with that. Yo, what's going on? Got the Vegas Drift Gang. And making his way. So he's making his way to the start line, maybe just trying to keep the car cool. Again, just water. You're not allowed to run, you know, obviously any fluids or any liquid, water, wet, or anything like that in the radiators. All right, so who are we going to get the win? Hobson gets the championship. Can he get the win? Or are we going to see, again, Hateley?
Stookie there.
There's Stookie,
yeah,
hanging out. And then again, Donati waits to see who he's going against. Love or Kohl Richards. All right, well, when we come back, we'll find out what the status is here. You can see Love and Richards. Donati waits, Hobson, Hateley. Who's going to get the win here in Salt Lake?
Link ECU. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Link ECU. ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
One bottle, so many great things. When your engine reaches 75,000 miles or more, like on this truck, years of carbon buildup leads to reduced fuel economy, increased wear, poor acceleration, and higher emissions. Max Restore is specifically designed for high-mileage engines with quality PEA and proprietary detergents to remove those stubborn legacy deposits. And it includes a friction modifier to reduce future wear in the upper cylinder of your vehicle's engine. Restore performance and protect your high-mileage engine with Row Purple Max Restore.
Ford Star, Euro, import, American, with bold colors and custom fitments. Your wheels, your way. Visit Fordstar.com.
I watched my first race yesterday.
You're on the team, kid. It's orientation day.
Hey, new guy, let's get you up to speed.
Lunchtime! Your workspace is ready.
Looks like you got a corner office.
Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
NGK and NTK is more than just high ignitability spark plugs and precision sensors. They're about growing the car community. This is why they're introducing Shop Squad, an automotive meeting place for shop owners, service writers, technicians, students, and industry professionals to come together and share knowledge and encourage self-growth. Enrolling is free, and you have access to on-demand training, digital newsletters, product launch information, and more. Woo!
We are here for, again, the final round of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. The all-new GoPro Hero 12 Black out now. Got special deals on it at Formula Drift events. Again, we got some special deals, bundle packs worth $200. So, again, got Matt Soap up here, president of Formula Drift, Ryan Sage. Thank you so much for joining us. We got the judges up here. We got Ryan Lantain, Robin Ishida. Of course, judges scrutinizing all the runs. Sean Adriano going over there, taking a look at all the different instant replays. Behind that GoPro, if you look over there, this is where all the spotters are. And we started with 32, and now it's dwindled down to just 5 more drivers being represented up here via the spotter stand. So, again, this was packed earlier. Now it's looking a little bit like Ghost Town, but there can be only one winner, and there can be only one champion. We have already officially announced that Ben Hobson is your 2023 Link Engine Management ProSpec champion, and he's still in the hunt. Like he said earlier when Lorette talked to him, he's like, we still got work to do. We're going moving on to the 8. Now he's already in the 4.
Day's not over, Jared.
No, day is not over. So finding out what's going on here, a little delay in the action due to some carnage between Love and Kohl Richards. And this is a look up here, HQ. You can see that is the replay cameras, and you can see zoom down a little bit. You can see just how you could scrub on the video. Take a look at all the different replays. So there's our judges. Sun's out, guns out for Brian Egger. Look at that. Relax, dude. He is married, ladies. So just back off, all these gentlemen. Say hi, Robbie.
Grumpy Robbie.
And it looks like the burnout box does have one car. Yep, and we are hearing that Kohl Richards is knocked out. Josh Love, again, that's what I was concerned about. You know, that leak in water. That's not gonna fly.
Exactly. I knew Kevin wasn't gonna just let him pull up the line. He was in the lead position. That's just gonna spell disaster.
Yep. So Josh Love with a bye run will advance on, going against Jeff Donati. So three BMWs and one S chassis, and that's the champion.
And if you look at the top 4 qualifying, that almost
yep,
they correlated.
Yeah, 9, 4, 2, and 3. Yeah. So there you have it. Josh Love advances on. Layout listed. Josh Love drifting. Big Duck Club Holly. Josh moves on. And there it is. It's official. Donati and Love will go in against each other. There's Kohl Richards. Unfortunately, yeah, a little bittersweet. You know, got the Rookie of the Year. There's Kevin. Our Final Four is set. Brought to you by Link Engine Management, Link ECU, the official engine management unit of Formula Drift.
I'm looking forward to this Hobson Hateley battle.
Yeah.
I feel like they got kind of budding styles is when it comes to.
Yep.
I feel like Hobson's a little more aggressive. Hateley has kind of a smooth swagger way going through the course. So let's take a look at this bracket.
Yep. And this is how it filled out. So again, on that left-hand side, Hobson versus Hateley. Talk about that qualifying position. Donati guaranteed a podium spot because third place is decided by the highest qualifying position, with him being the #2 qualifier. So if he loses against Josh Love, he's guaranteed at least third place. But of course, he would love to beat Love. Joshua Love, that is. So Hobson versus Hateley, Donati versus Love. 17th for Josh Love coming into this event, making again the jump to PROSPEC. All right, so all right, so and yep, so all right. All right, so again, we are waiting to see what's transpiring here. All right, so Josh Love is going to breathe a little exhale there for Josh Love, as he did call that comp timeout, but Kohl Richards had to retire. Car not fixed. So Hobson, Hateley, Donati, and Love when we come back. Don't go anywhere. The House of Drift, Irwindale, California. This is it. A championship will be crowned here. But are we going to see a new champion? That is the big question. I'm excited. I can't wait. Of course, I know you guys can't wait. Who's going to get the championship? We will find out under the lights here at the House of Drift. Great way to kick back up. Get the vibe going, baby! Surges to the side of the boom! I just go Gonna be Odibashi's, then he goes for it. He goes high on the bank, but Odibashi's not backing down. Look at that. You see him plunge forward to the side. We were talking about the bank, how the water's streaming down. Oh man, great run by Travis Reeder and Kelsey. Second inside clip and bring it across the finish line. This is it. The finals are set. The lights are on. Celebrating 20 years of FD, baby. Send it. Here we go. This is Formula Drift, and we are on the streets of Long Beach for the first round. Your winner, Matt. Welcome out to Road Atlanta. This is round 2 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Longdon Jr., 2-time champion.
The battles that we had at Orlando, I mean, they were intense. There was a lot of contact with the inside.
Whoa, are you kidding me? Look at that. That was awesome. Kelsey to Nova gets the win. This is Englishtown Raceway Park, also known as Round 4. Simon Olsen, Adam Elsey, neither have had a Formula Drift overall win, and one of them is going to make history. It is pro time here in St. Louis. The stage is set for round 5 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. The finals are set. Odie Bakshi's against a new points leader, Frederick Osbo. Come on, boys, send it! Odie Bakshi's initiates in that first outside zone.
Osbo cutting through that smoke line.
Odie Bakshi's gets the win. Who's gonna get the victory here at Evergreen Speedway? We've seen 5 previous rounds, 5 different winners. Frederick Osbo is leading the pack. Chelsea Denofa, Dylan Hughes, the local boy, is gonna put it down for his town. Oh, doctor, they go off course. Dylan Hughes surges forward. Contact was made. That's all she wrote. Your winner here at round 6. Chelsea Denofa gets the win. We'll see you guys in Utah. Send it! All right, well, it's hot, both on track and off track. Talking about the weather, the people, the vibes, the electric energy that we got going on here at Utah Motorsports campus. This is the final round of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. We're doing some cartwheels out here. Getting it. Got a girl. Who's that down there? Camera guys. A lot of.
Looks like one of Larry Chen's guys.
Yep. Sweet baby Lou. Wendy Lou who? All right. What's status up here? We got some not amateur tests, some pro tests.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on here. So yeah, very you know, protests slowing things down a little bit here, and you know, I just think, like I said earlier, the amount of protests that we've seen this year has wildly grown, and I just, you know, obviously want to see the progression of the sport and want, you know, may the best man win, right? But sometimes this gray area gets abused, and you know, obviously it is a tool. Everybody wants to win. Sometimes it's kind of, you got to know when to fold them. You know, every protest that's submitted, it's not a lot of money, but yeah, we are officially in a Final Four. But there is some, from what I'm hearing, is murmurs of a protest that could change the shape of the Final Four, but that is still, again, hearsay. There's Thorne working with again, Josh Love's team.
Is that the wrench we were talking about earlier, or is that a different one?
That's big nitrous wrench. Is that what we're dealing with?
It looks like it. Oh yeah.
Yep. All snap-on ratchet there in the hand. All right. So then there were 4.
Yeah, you talk about the spotters area over here, kind of getting whittled down, and here's our hot pit area that's usually very colorful with all the tents from the teams there, and now it's whittled down here to the guys are packing up and whatnot. So yeah, it's like Lorette and Kevin are maybe discussing
Kohl Richards right there.
The murmurs of the protests you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah, I don't know if Kohl Richards is the protest that we are awaiting here. Lorette, you got any news for us?
I sure do. I have Kohl right here, and I have Kevin Wells right here. And, and I'm going to have Kevin explain the current situation. Kev, please.
As far as I understand it, Love in the lead, incompleted going by inner clip 1, which didn't give Richards the opportunity to have a chase run. And the damage from that interaction is why his car was leaking. So when they went to the line, I didn't allow him to run. So he didn't have a lead run either. And the other, Love didn't get the ability to chase because I obviously took that away. And now we're just kind of at a stalemate. So we're trying to see what the judges want to do, and they're going back and forth with the driver's steward. So let them fix their car, and we're going to try to regroup, and we'll probably end up on track settling this out there.
Okay. All right, Kevin, thank you very much for the explanation. And Kohl, you might have a second opportunity here. How do you take advantage of that?
Hopefully we do. I mean, we would love to win this event. We won New Jersey, and now we are the Rookie of the Year, so winning this event would be huge. And hopefully we can rerun.
Yeah, absolutely. And so if we can bring my cameraman Steven over here, you can see that there's a new radiator that's going into the car. Team working really hard. Again, the call has not been made official yet, but the team is getting the car ready just in case they can rerun. And that's what I have down here, guys.
Awesome. You know, some great news there. So, you know, so what they're saying here is, okay, so
let's see how many wheels we got. We got one.
Well, I think it's more straightening.
Oh.
And then,
yep.
You know, I don't think there was contact of Josh to Kohl, but just obviously you see.
So
the base is what caused the damage.
Yeah, going forward,
so the big black rubber piece just bam.
Love's got it pitched here, so he's counter steering right. You can see the wheel getting upset, and as we compress the suspension, get a little air time there, get through interclip 1, he had to make a correction here, and it does. For a second there, you see that? A few frames, it went to the left. Counter steered left, so that would be an opposite drift and an incomplete, in my eyes anyway, after looking at this again.
The incomplete is independent. Kohl makes a mistake as well. The black base causes the damage to the radiator. Again, what Kevin said there is that, you know, so now on paper, Kohl should be, they're trying to figure out that Kohl should have a lead run, Josh should have a chase run, and that's what they're trying to figure out.
Yeah, so at this point, at the interclip 1, the run's over because Love incompleted, correct?
Yeah.
So, very interesting to transpire here.
Yeah, this is just one of those scenarios. But you know, as far as pace of the show, let's get it moving, kids.
Yeah,
you know?
And another note on that is a lot of these cars do have rear-mounted radiators. I'm all about simplicity and having a front-mount radiator, but in this case, yeah, kind of bites you in the butt.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? As you can see, the radiator ideally it is being changed, and then we'll see if they let them run again on the second half. That will be only the second half. You know, incomplete from Love, Kohl, bing bong boom. Well, you know, talking about Formula Drift, there's some great tips from. Let's listen to a tip from Turk. That's Ryan Turk to you.
Ryan Turk here, coming to you from Formula Drift, Utah, and elevation is a real thing. This place is super difficult on the tunes, the equipment, the engines, the power, and a lack thereof power up here in elevation. And we are having to constantly just overlook the data and the tunes on a car just to make sure that everything is looking and operating well. You know, you have higher EGTs, you're trying to push the turbos to their limit and trying to create as much power as we can. And then the track is amazing to drive, but there are blind spots on every transition that you have with the car in front of you. So it's going to be super important to have your muscle memory down and or have your kind of points in your peripherals kind of figured out on where your transition points might be. And hopefully that gets you throughout the weekend onto the top of the box. Take it from Turk.
Plastic balls from a copy my steel. Got my heart no.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kelsey and we're here in the RTR hauler getting cars prepped for today's battles. So the X Factor score in Formula Drift, I think is really cool. I think it rewards the extra bit that you can go to make style and and take chances out there to get a higher score. I think in previous years you could go out, take chances, and maybe not nail it perfect, but overall the run had way more excitement, way more angle, way more style, way more aggression. But the score, they couldn't give you any more than someone who hit all the marks right, drove with decent angle, put the car where it was supposed to. But now, you can do that and still get an additional 10 points. My last round in Orlando, I was able to get like 9.3 of the 10 points. So it was like almost the max score. And my run wasn't amazing. I was everywhere I needed to be, but it wasn't perfect. But I had tons of angle, tons of style, and it put me in second place qualifying, which I feel like previously it might have been 5th or 6th, and those extra points pushed me up a little bit. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for following me on the Throttle app, and I'll see you guys later.
All right, welcome back, and you can see Kohl Richards and his team still working on his vehicle, trying to find out even if he does fix it. I don't think we have finality as far as you know, if he's able to run. I'm gonna ask somebody. Yeah. So,
yeah, kind of go back to my motto. Victory loves preparation, and that's what they're going to do here. They're going to prepare just in case they got to go to battle here.
Yeah. Yep. And
I didn't even know this car had a front mount rad until today. I was like,
well, this is a vehicle that's Ron Ewart there, and this is a vehicle that has seen competition years ago. So. Full battle? Wouldn't it be the second half of the battle? It would just be run 2 because an incomplete on the first run to Josh Love. Damage happened via the petition. So here, this is what happened here is, again, all right, if you're just joining us here, a little delay in the action because Josh Love and Kohl Richards. Josh Love was leading. He goes a little too aggressive on the inside clip. Kohl Richards follows him in. Josh Love does have a correction. He makes a mistake. He straightens out. Also, insult or injury to the radiator of Kohl Richards, punctures the radiator, goes for the second run with Kohl Richards to lead, which, again, Josh Love, the judges, basically, if you looked at it, he would basically have an incomplete because he straightened out. Now, initially they said that no, you can't run because your car is leaking from your radiator. They said, you know what, that's not right. And after a protest, so they allowed Kohl Richards to fix his radiator, put a new one on there. You saw that being fixed. So now what's going to happen is that bye run you saw of Josh Love, they said, Kohl's not running, Josh, you get a bye run, you advance on. Not the case. Now, they're saying Kohl Richards will lead, Josh Love gives chase, so Kohl can continue on after repairing his vehicle. So, again, this is run 2 of that battle between Josh Love and Kohl Richards.
Right there, if you catch it, you can see the straight in Josh Love's front end there, and it's very hard to see. Good eye on our driver, Stewart, and judges for taking a deeper dive into this and conferring with the teams and our competition director, Kevin Wells. It was not a decision made lightly by any means.
No, and we want to do what's right, and a decision like this, it does slow down the flow of show. It just needs to be, I think, expedited as well as, again, analyzed, and whose shoulder it falls upon is obviously we go through the necessary protocol. But this is, I talk about protests in the not so lovingly way, one for show flow, but also, drifting as a motorsport has progressed very, very aggressively and professionally over the years. And with it being just such a unique motorsport over the years, we've created kind of precedents as far as, what's going on, and there's just a lot. And with it being a subjective motorsport, it's not just cut and dry. So, Lorette, down to you. You're with Kevin Wells.
Well, you said it's not cut and dry, and I said it's as clear as mud. And Kevin, if you could explain what the call has been made is.
Basically, we're blazing new ground here. We've never had a car incomplete while throwing an object at the car behind it that damaged it. So this is new ground, so we're going to actually, allowed them to fix their car, and we're going to rerun run 2, the one that we stopped them from running due to the car leaking. Okay. So that's been repaired. Now we're going to hit the track and settle it out there.
Okay, so they didn't need to run the clock for a competition timeout, and it was the clipping point that went into the radiator that caused the damage.
Correct, because we run the clocks like the 10-minute and stuff when there's a collision. There wasn't a collision between 2 cars, which is how it's defined. It was between a flying object. Right. So that's why we're blazing a new trail here. So we will see how this turns out and hope for the best.
Okay, I appreciate your explanation. Thank you, Kevin. So there it is, guys.
All right, so again, Joshua Love, if you keep in mind, you know, we talked about, you know, after the first run, we never say somebody has an incomplete, but you could obviously see that. You know, we called that out. You know, going in, he straightens out. So Josh Love, a little bit of a deficit at first take. So here we go, second run. Everything that just happened the last 10 minutes or so didn't happen. So let's run him on the second run. And so here we go. Kohl Richards out front. Josh Love in the chase position. Here we go, Kohl Richards at Coral Works. Getting that 86 FRS, BRZ, whatever you want to call it. Good aggressive initiation there from that Coral Works vehicle. Josh Love being aggressive in that chase position. Now coming in that second outside zone. Josh Love surges in attack. Kohl Richards, he is at angle. Son's at front bumper. And again, continuing on through the course in that last outside zone. Josh Love taking a little bit of a shallower line. And again, definitely no fault of Josh Love. He was aggressive on that, not trying to cause damage to other vehicles. And like Kevin said, a flying debris.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique situation here as we look at Richards' awesome flicking initiation. A little too deep there in outer zone 1. Looked like Love had a chance to straighten out there. He tries to put the pressure on. Richards could have been a little deeper in outer zone 2. Let's check out this transition here. Nicely done by both parties here. Love trying to reel him back in. Richards could have been a little deeper in the zone again. Track might have cooled down a little bit. Even in that 10 minutes the sun has been setting, that could have been a little factor. Look at that. Awesome entry there by Richards and Love. Love right there, putting on the pressure. Gets a little lost in the sauce here. Straightens out, potentially making another incomplete as he follows through into outer zone 2. Richards making his transition. Love coming out of the smoke here as they enter outer zone 3. Both of them kind of shallow. Love trying to put the pressure on, doing everything he can to make a miracle happen as the deficit he has have that incomplete in that lead position. So we got the
here we go. So look at that, it is reversed. Kohl Richards gets the victory with that incomplete on the first run. Now the role has reversed. Richards now advances on after that incomplete on that first run. Brian, I'm assuming that's what it is. Brian, you got your head up there. Brian Eggert-Ryan, and again, that incomplete decided the outcome there. Also, Love reduces angle going into the second outside zone, transitioning 1 to 2. So just like that, Kohl Richards banged up. He'll be able to get hands on his car and make sure a little more refined here. He said, you know, getting Rookie of the Year, a win would absolutely be huge for him. So Richards, who qualified 27th, who won earlier this year in New Jersey, love to put a bow on a season here by getting Rookie of the Year and a victory. So our Final Four is now set for a reversal of roles here. All right, so Kohl Richards advances on. He'll be going against Donati. And then you got Hobson on the other side going against Andrew Hateley. And there they are jumping in the burnout box. So Hobson, again, champion, going against Hateley. And there it is. So I think you know, knowing Josh Love, I think he understands it wasn't malicious. He didn't have the prettiest line there as he led on that first portion of the battle. And you know, you got to finish out the battle. You know, you got to finish out the run. And I think his team understands. But frustration will ensue. So that's a tough one. Tough break. All right. So unfortunately, Josh Love knocked out. Don't know if Lorette's going to wrap out with them. You know, obviously you want to advance on, but it just got a little wonky there. It's the best word I can choose. And like Kevin said, blazing new trail. Scenarios happen from Formula One to NASCAR to all these different motorsports. Addendums happen after the event. So, yeah. All right, so this first side of the Final Four bracket here brought to you by Link Engine Management. They finished 1 and 2 in the overall standings in the 2023 PROSPEC Championship. Hobson comes out on top, going against the Drift Wizard, Andy Hateley. Who's going to the finals? Hobson or Hateley? Hateley will lead. He actually out-qualified Hobson, our champ. So Hateley in the BMW will lead. Hobson giving chase in the white pedal commander vehicle. And here we go. Andy Hateley out front, now transitions in that inside clip. Hateley kind of checking him up, but Hobson, good proximity, going to that second outside zone. And you got to think, you know, been kind of chilling there, or not chilling there because it's warm, but Hobson really making his presence felt, coming in that last outside zone. Hateley exceeds a little bit, good proximity. So Hateley goes out to in. Hobson kind of stayed shallow. So I think there's a window of opportunity for Hobson to tighten it up. Hateley kind of all over the place.
Yeah, that was kind of a surprise there at the end. We'll get back to that as we look at their initiation here. Hateley having a little bit of a trouble on launch here as he punts that inner clip into the grill of Hobson here. Hobson making an excellent transition into outer zone 2. Hateley kind of coming out of the outer zone 2, getting back into it later. Hobson still putting on the pressure. Good transition by both gentlemen here as they go into outer 3. Hateley kind of pulling out of 3. Hobson had a little waiver there. Will that be enough of a deficit? We're going to switch these roles because it can be anybody's at this point. So here we go, looking at that picturesque backdrop as they go into outer zone 2. Let's reverse that roll. Coming out of outer zone 2. Smooth. Hobson hops out of the smoke. And there he is, trying to put the pressure on. You can see the waiver, left foot brake almost straightens there. That could have been worth some scrutiny, but I'm fairly certain that he stayed in drift.
Well, as these guys make their way back to the start, we are getting the track prep, make sure it's clean. And Donati and Kohl Richards wait on the other side. I don't think, you know, one has just this overwhelming advantage after that first run.
Right, yeah, I would agree with that assessment, Jared. The only kind of surprise mistake was Hobson in that outer zone 3. Kind of had a little hiccup. I don't know.
Yeah, but did you see Hateley's line? He went out. He got out to the rumble strips and then brought it back in. So his line, you know, here's the radius of the turn. Hateley went out and then came back in. So it's really hard to kind of find that. And that's where Hobson was shallow, where he kind of beelined it. But then he was kind of consistent. Hateley wasn't.
But I feel like on the other side of the coin, that inconsistent arc that Hateley had was smooth, and you couldn't see the car's attitude be upset like Hobson's.
Yeah, but if you're not putting the car in the right place and you're exceeding and then coming in, that would naturally, if your curve is this way and you kind of go that way,
yeah,
it's not the right radius.
Yeah,
I love
we
this.
need matching radius, yeah.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, match the radius of the turn. So there's Josh Love, Robert Thorne, again sharing some insight.
Oh dear. I kind of know that look.
All right.
A little bumper delete action at start here.
Yep, Hobson will now lead. Hateley giving chase. Hobson still putting in some work, of course, as is Hateley. Let's see if Hobson can convert this into a victory. Got the win in St. Louis. Hateley has not won an event this year. Definitely, again, second overall in the championship. He has just really leveled up over the last few years. Here goes Hobson, initiating big angle from him on that inside clip. Hateley was talking about that bumper hanging on, but he might be deleting it as well into that second outside zone. I mean, look at the fluidity there. This is why Hobson is your champion. You're talking about filling that zone, using all the course. Woo, look at Hateley. Yeah. You know, that's how you want to end strong, but I think that, you know, Hobson just had a very dominant smooth. He hit the radius, he hit the arc that I was talking about, but just the placement. Look at this.
Yeah, you're right. Look at this awesome entry, using the whole track, get edge to edge there on the initiation. Hateley kind of falling behind there, gets a little ground there. I really like his transition here, a little better than Hobson's actually. As they go in through outer zone 2, Hobson is filling it a little deeper than Hateley was in his lead run. Kind of falls behind here. Good mimicking of the transition here, but look at how deep and consistent he is in that outer zone 3. Hateley, they're almost like one car out there in the plume of the smoke as they go through the finish. Taking a look at the chase of the drone, high in the sky. Look at that. All the smoke just plummeting out of the back of Hobson's car as Hateley does a good job of transitioning there. Little wheel wobble, sacrificing a little bit of his line to get some proximity there, putting on the pressure as Hobson's just out for another practice run. He's wrapped up the championship, but he's still putting in work tonight as he rounds out outer zone 3, and Hateley is trying to put his mark on his front tire and just about does. Almost takes out his valve stem.
Did he pull a Schrader valve?
About, yeah, a couple threads. Yeah.
Well, we are finding out. We don't have a graphic for this, but we're bouncing around a little bit here and there. So we are finding out. It is unanimous. Ben Hobson gets the win. Ben Hobson gets the win and advances on. He's going to the finals. Let's go. Let's leave. Let's just leave.
Game over.
Game over, man.
Not yet. Not yet.
Nope. We still got 2 more battles left. So, again, Ben Hobson, your champion, gets the victory. So, scenario is if Jeff Donati gets the win and goes over Kohl Richards and goes to the finals, Hateley will be getting 3rd place. Kohl Richards, it's a must-win for him to be on the box. So that would mean Donati would get 3rd place and Hateley would get just outside in 4th. There we are seeing Kohl Richards and Jeff Donati pulling in that burnout box. The second half of this Final 4 bracket. Remember, tomorrow we're back here at 11 o'clock. We have our top 32. Continue on, and then again our top 16, our United States Air Force opening ceremonies going down at 3:30 local time. And keep in mind, our pro champion will be crowned the night of October 14th, qualifying on the 13th, and then we got 14th as again the final round of the Formula Drift Championship. And here we are in the second half of this Link Engine Management Final 4. Jeff Donati qualifying 2nd. Kohl Richards, after puncturing a radiator, gets it fixed, and now we are back to the start line. Kohl Richards got the victory. He is your 2023 Rookie of the Year. Donati leading out front, little Bridge Moto BMW. Kohl Richards, the Coral Works. 86. Donati initiates. Slow roll in that first inside clip. Fluid into that first outside zone. And there you see Donati getting into the dirt, getting it. Oh man, he's exit stage left.
Oh no.
And Donati just got pulled into the gravel. Here's the question. Who called the comp timeout? Was it Davis? Or no, it was Donati, right?
I believe it was Davis because of the engine issue.
Yes, you're right. But Bogovich called one there. Yeah, you need to put it next to the names.
Oh, excuse me.
Looking at your notes here. So, yeah, I think you are right. I think you are right. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
here we go. Let's take a look at it again.
Yeah, let's see what happened here is usually cool out front. Donati here. So far, so good. Richards not putting as much pressure as I'd like to see as they go into outer zone 2. That one little tire really puts the wrench in the works for Donati as he makes it incomplete at the end of the run, and Richards is going to round up that incomplete run for our crowd in the stands there as he goes through outer zone 3 and take another look from the eye in the sky. Donati getting close, looking good until it wasn't. It was kind of a lazier transition and a little far to the left, and that sand, he just could not dig out of that, especially when that third wheel got out of there. That was incomplete. Even if he got out of the sand, that would have been incomplete either way. So unfortunate turn of events for Donati here as kind of rooting for him.
Yep.
Soft-spoken guy, super cool dude, good driver. You always want to see him do well.
Absolutely. So again, Donati goes off Kohl Richards. chases him down, but he shuts it down. Look at that thing. Got some ice.
Yeah, talking about putting the cars on ice.
Supercharger, right? All right, well, one more battle for that vehicle for the season, and that's your championship-winning vehicle. There's Hobson taking a look, assessing what's going on, getting his mind right, still having some fun.
Maybe sending out there.
Yeah, maybe analyzing, either Donati or Kohl Richards, seeing who he's going against, because he is in the finals.
Yeah, I was maybe caught up here. Maybe he's watching the stream. Look at that.
Yeah, great backdrop. Loving it. Beautiful weather. Hot but clear skies. That's all we can ask for. Look at that. Yeah, it's a little bit of a ghost town. There's Andy Hateley. And he comes over to Hobson. He's going to go over, and there's his pops. That's, again, Mr. Hobson.
Love that.
Yeah, no, man. It's cool. Give respect. Respect is due.
Look at the teamwork here. You got Simon Olsen there, and got hands on the car. It's like they're all in it. So.
It goes like that.
No, I didn't see anything.
He told me he was number one. He told him his number one. He
showed him his pet bird.
Won. Yeah. All right. All right. So again. Hey, how are we doing? That sun is bright. Good thing you got that Formula Drift hat on.
Could probably use some FD sunglasses in that merch booth too.
That's you. You're up on the screen around the world. You. Mom's got a little margarita going. That's what's up. Cranking those limeritas.
Yeah, sun's out, Marg's out.
Sun's out, Marg's out. Oh, my man's trying to take one. All right, so yeah, so just for clarification, with Donati going off course, he did have his NGK competition timeout to utilize. So, of course, he is going to utilize just that. So, if you haven't been through the pits, Sim Magic, shout out to them. Sim Magic Activation Tent. Get ready to experience the ultimate drift simulators. Sim Magic simulators offer a hyper-realistic drifting experience that will leave you feeling like a pro. Be sure to check them out. And of course, talking about Torque Drift, if you haven't played the game just yet, be sure to download it today. Torque Drift 2 is the official drifting game in the Formula Drift series. Head on over to torquemotorsport.io for the exclusive latest game. So here we go. So Controlled Chaos Season 2 coming out. Check it. Send it. Ryan Turk, your #1 qualifier. Your new champion, Frederick Hosbo!
The feeling of drifting a car sideways, it is the ultimate form of car control.
Going back-to-back as a Formula Drift champion will put me in a very elite club. I'm out there hustling every lap we get. I think we can do it.
I'm Ryan Turk. I'm a professional drifter in the Formula Drift series, and I'm from Derry, New Hampshire.
Are you ready to send it?
I've been competing in Formula Drift for a long time, full time since 2006. I haven't won a championship. I've come close multiple times, and it just hasn't happened for me, and I think it was, partially mentally. Lost a championship in 2010 by like 5 points. So you can pinpoint every little tiny detailed mistake that you had made throughout the course of that season. I do think I'm in the best position that I've been in a very long time to win a championship. You have a lot of work to do if you're going to make it happen.
I'm Frederick Hosbo, driver of the Rockstar Energy Toyota GR Supra in Formula Drift. When I turned 18 and got my driver's license in Norway, I had an old Volvo at the time. And I would take that old Volvo out middle of the night and start practicing at these deserted industrial lots. And really learned a lot of car control from that thing. Norway has a lot of racing history and racing culture. It's kind of this subculture that brought me onto this Formula Drift scene.
Here we go. Frederick Osbo, Odibashi.
I've won the championship twice now, 2015 and 2021. And while 2015 was the craziest ride of my life, the 21 championship was way harder fought.
This is it.
The level of competition, the craziness of the cars. I was just like, let's throw everything at it. Let's focus hard. And I think that's what gave us the championship in the end.
Your new champion, Frederick, the Norwegian Hammer, Osbo!
What drew me to drifting is really just the recklessness of the sport, I guess, and being able to control something that is basically out of control.
I think fans that come into Formula Drift, at first, they get a little bit puzzled by the fact that whoever crosses the finish line first doesn't really matter. But then they start looking at it through the eyes of a snowboarder or skateboarder or surfer, where it's definitely a sport, but it's judged. And then they start becoming a judge of their own. They start looking at every run, scrutinizing every move. And I think that whole subjectiveness of the sport adds to it. It makes it that much more interesting.
We have a shorter season in Formula Drift. There is only 8 stops, so every single round counts for points and towards the championship.
Long Beach, are you ready to send it?
Long Beach has so much hype around it for Formula Drift.
Ryan Turk, your #1 qualifier. All right, speaking of send it, let's send these gentlemen. Here's the second half of this battle. Donati goes into the gravel on that first run out front. Now Kohl Richards will be leading Jeff Donati. So a turn of events for Kohl Richards has turned up to be successful, finding himself advancing onto the final 4. And he is just a few outside zones advancing on into the final. What a crazy turn of events here. So Kohl Richards out front, qualifying 27th. Can he go to the finals against Ben Hobson, our champion? So Rookie of the Year going against a champ in the finals. Oh, no, shuts it down.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, Nike cakes. Holy cow.
Yeah, there was. I seen a little bit of a, I don't know what do you call it, just a shimmy shake right before he initiated.
Just a hiccup.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to think also changing out the radiator. Did he burp it? There might be some issue there. It didn't look like a power issue, but you never know.
It doesn't sound like it.
Something like that. Right?
Yeah, it's like
could have a bubble
almost
in the
see like
system.
there's almost violating the 2-move max right there. So he kind of initiated, but didn't, and then kind of did again finally, and then just shut it down.
Just didn't flick out.
Maybe much I can report.
Could have thrown a belt too. But like you said, he was on it back there.
Yeah. Well, that might not be a deduced the sound of the under power and stuff. But yeah, you could be right. He could have thrown a belt. That's truly unfortunate. We might potentially look at it one more time.
Yeah, man. Seems that Hobson. He's listening to some yacht rock, man. He's keeping it smooth jazz. 91 K-Hob, K-H-O-B on that FD dial. Your Formula Drift ProSpec champion, Ben Hobson. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for those stars. Let's take a look back at how he did it. Ben Hobson firing it up. Again, he qualified decently, qualified 9th. He made his way through, we saw Hobson earlier take out, you write 3 letters, Hansen. That was a big battle there, and obviously Hobson versus Kohl. Hobson took out Ryle Connor took himself out, took out Kohl, and then, like I said, Rudy Hansen, here he is now taking out Hateley. So this is how he did it.
Making it look easy. definitely not that Rudy battle was definitely a big highlight here and kind of a pivotal moment. Look at him just charging through.
Hey, we are getting an update here as far as Donati and Kohl Richards, with both of them having mistakes on the lead run. It is unanimous. They are going one more time. So it's a one more time. You know, you can't judge what you don't see, and we didn't see a complete run from either of them in both the lead and, of course, once the lead shuts it down, you can't have a chase run. So it's a one more time.
Now we wait.
And now we wait.
Anxiously.
Now we buffer. So does Ben Hobson. Ben Hobson waiting to see who he's going against, Donati or Kohl Richards. Both them, again, Donati, don't know what happened there. Maybe just a lapse of judgment. And then, of course, again, thank you so much. Thank you to our production team, Kemp and his team, for creating some great content. And let's take a look back to history. We're celebrating 20 years of FD. And again, it all culminates just about a month from now at Irwindale, the House of Drift. So again, let's celebrate all things Formula Drift.
Congratulations.
I'm Jared Deanna, and I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Ryan Sage. Ryan, we have a beautiful day, a great track.
I guess it's a win-win the way you look at it, but man, this is gonna be...
Oh! Chris loses it!
Oh, and Darren McNamara, what happened? Oh, Jared! Kyle McCory drops the tire right there. Oh!
Ninja as Millen's pushing hard, and look at this! Pushing way too hard.
This corner right here.
Oh, blazing speed, and he hits the outside rear clipping zone.
Looking hot, 59 miles per hour. Oh! Conrad Grunwald slams into the tire wall.
I would like to see us continue to kind of move on the trajectory that we're on and continue to sell out events, grow the drivers and their programs, grow our audience, our live stream viewership, all the things that are important to us as a business. I'd love to see that continue to grow. And at the same time, what's important is that people are achieving their dreams.
Rockstar Energy gets me energized so I can go out and send it. Hustle on.
TNT Radio. Experience ultra high performance.
Link ECU. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
For 30 Formula Drift teams, our professional Tire Stacks crew will mount over 1,000 tires during a weekend to keep our drivers on track, competing at the highest level. TireStacks.com, the official tire service of Formula Drift.
The magic of Rain-X. Okay, that's some serious Hollywood stuff right there. But with Rain-X Latitude water repellency blades, the magic is real. These blades apply a new longer-lasting water repellency formula. The magic of Rain-X repels water from your windshield so water beads up and rolls away while you drive, giving you the clearest view possible. Treat your windshield for safer driving visibility with Rain-X Latitude water repellency wiper blades.
Just outside of Salt Lake City. This is playing host not only to round 7 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship, but this is round 4, the final round of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. To see him in to our top 32. Oh, look at that, pulling that front right off. Looking way more settled than he was in that first run. Ooh, clean air. More performance putting him up there, and check it out, big angle. Stuckey wasn't focusing on, but saw a little twitch in that chase position. Now coming into that second outside zone. First outside zone, transitioning into the second outside zone. Frederick Osmo with the goal. Oh, knocks him out. Throws some more angle at it. Kelsey stays in it. Holy cow. With the assist on the drift. Chelsea and Nova staying in it. You saw Osmo come from the rear. A little gravel being thrown up. I have never seen welcome back. We are seeing the two vehicles of Kohl Richards and Jeff Donati pull up to the start line. I got to tell you, Jeff Donati got a little bit of a break there. We are hearing from Kohl Richards' spotter, and he did say the car ran too hot, so just went into limp mode, and that's kind of what I suspected. I said, you know, with the changing of the radiator, maybe had a bubble in it, just, you know, just running too hot. So
it's very true. They had very little time to kind of get that thing purged.
Yeah.
And, that's very, very plausible, Jared. Good,
Yep.
Good on you.
No, I mean, again, just kind of thinking, just deducing it back to that. And, you know, I hope that Jeff Donati worked on his car to find out what, you know, was it a mental lapse or was it mechanical that caused him to go and shoot out into that outside zone, into that gravel. But right now, here we are. We're back with this one more time battle. Jeff Donati, Kohl Richards. Donati will lead once again qualifying second. Got a bit of a bad break on that first run, but here we go. Who's going against Hobson? Hobson still hanging out, not chilling, definitely sweating. It's hot, but Donati, let's see what he's got for us. Initiates into the inside clip, manages properly, both them right on it. Now coming to the second outside zone. Here goes Donati. Kohl Richards, he takes a very shallow line, lacking that angle. Jeff, a little more precision, and you can see Kohl just not looking like he was earlier.
Yeah.
So Jeff put his car in the right places, so he seems to have him dialed in better than he did before.
Yeah, one thing to note here, the sun's not fully set, but the track is kind of all majority in the shadow.
Yeah,
so the
that's
track temperature
tough.
is probably
Real
dropped.
tough to see.
I mean, that was tough to see here. Maybe they're keeping the same setup, so maybe Jeff's car is just a little too gripped up because it didn't seem as loose and as fluid as it did during his qualifying and all day during competition. So let's check it out. Kind of a straight up handbrake initiation from Jeff. Gets nice and tidy to that inner clip 1. Get through outer zone 1 as it Richards kind of makes a snappier transition than he should have to keep that proximity into outer zone 2 as Donati is riding that line. He's getting the tire tickled into the zone here. Richards a little late to the party on the transition as Donati's left foot braking. Maybe he should have left that left foot brake alone because he would have gotten him a little deeper into the zone there. Take another look at the initiation here. We're bringing around here. Pull an angle, full of smoke. Richards disappears, pops out in the kind of the wrong spot here as they get into outer zone 2. Donati keeping that 2JZ lit, as you can see here. He transitions, and Richards a little late. You lose him in the smoke there again. You look to our GoPro cam there as they come around outer zone 3. Not even present in outer zone 3 for Donati there. So that's going to be a less than stellar run in the lead run position for Donati. Let's see if Richards can better that on his turn in the clean air zone.
Like I said, both of them catching a little lucky break, but right now, let's see how Kohl Richards on this one more time battle handles it out front.
A lot of new life in this.
I mean, between Kohl, right? Like he thought he kind of maybe had it in the bag with Donati going off, but Kohl made that mistake. So now here he is. Hopefully got his problem solved and extinguished, and there we go. Kohl Richards off that CoroWorks 86. Jeff Donati, BMW, the white car chasing him down. Here comes Kohl. See how he gets into that inside clip. Both of them right there. Donati. Kohl filling all that first outside zone. Great transition from both the drivers. Dropping back is Donati. Want to see that overhead view and that second outside zone, and then flicks it into that final outside zone. And Donati taking that shallower line. Kohl filling all of it.
Oh, wow. That was incredible initiation from Richards. That thing was just pitched perfect into the inner clip, and I can't wait to take another look at that. That was super cool. Check it out here. He had that thing just buck sideways there. Donati grabbing his handbrake, trying to keep up here as they go through outer zone 1. I really like Donati's transition here, but the car is just too gripped up at this point. I don't know what they were, how they're set up. They were like, oh, well, let's just keep this recipe going. But you can see the tracks, the shadows, the rubber, everything's going to grip up here, and I think it's just, it's such a bummer that it was just a small oversight could cost you the win in this battle, because the needle is definitely going towards Richards at this point.
Yeah, Richards is just a really stellar. And look at, I mean, you're shooting into the sun going in that second outside zone. That plays a major role. You know, we haven't brought that up because this is the latest head-to-head we've seen, right? So being Donati into the light or into the sun, smoke, it really intensifies the thickness of it too.
Big time.
So the opacity of it.
There's one car, and all of a sudden we got another. It's just, that's extremely difficult to overcome the chase position.
All right, we'll see if we got a victor here, analyzing all the different angles and lines of the cameras, looking at the instant replay.
Looking like a poster out there.
Here's our BC Racing Go for Gold instant replay, a little side-by-side action.
Now let's check it out here. Good run up, a little more proximity on the run up from Richards here, but definitely had the more X factor in the initiation. But I really like Donati's transition into outer zone 2. Richards was able to overcome his shortcoming in that transition, but Donati could never really recover after that transition, just struggling to keep up, where Richards kept the pressure on and kind of got him a gift handed to him from Donati, because he had a consistent shallow line. He was out of outer zone 2. He wasn't in outer zone 3, so another look here, live from our GoPro. The sun here. Look at that, just from the haze of the smoke, just can't even see a quarter mile away. And that's like, what, a minute ago we had a run?
Yep. Yeah, and the shadows are getting longer, you know? All right, here we go. Link Engine Management top 4. Who is moving on? 1 vote, 2 votes for Kohl Richards. Look at that, from punctured radiator, he's getting radiator. He's getting radder into the finals. So Kohl, look at that. Our champion and rookie of the year going against each other. That's awesome. Again, Hobson, his 3rd season here in ProSpec. He wins the championship. Kohl Richards, Rookie of the Year. Knocked down but not out. He finds himself back in the conversation after that rerun of Love and Him. 19 years old from Kohl Richards. He's going to the finals. He's guaranteed another podium. Would love to get the win. Both these guys have won, so it's a repeat. 2-time winner. Which one is it going to be? That is to be decided. Kohl Richards, again, flying the CoroWorks flag. Tyler, I know you're watching. Again, Tyler Clayton, aka Ravel. We shout out and love and thoughts and energy to his wife Lauren. Tyler lost his battle with cancer a few weeks ago when we were in gosh, what was the previous round? Seattle? Yep. So again, yeah, in Seattle. So again, CoroWorks supporting quite a few drivers and a long history in the drifting world. So Kohl Richards flying that flag. Ben Hobson, he actually, it's a CoroWorks 1 and 2. Sorry, Ben Hobson's on CoroWorks as well. So this is doing it for Tyler, man. And Tyler and CoroWorks played a major role in drifting, supporting many different drivers, from Blake Olson, you know, years ago, Ryan Littoral, you know, many different drivers here. So shout out to him. Kohl Richards.
Getting that car turned around.
Yeah, getting it turned around, throw some GT radials on it. There's Ben Hobson. Yeah, Odie Bakshish is, you know, they're campaigning 3 cars, 2 in pro, Simon Olsen and Odie, and of course, now your champion. Let's take a look at this suspension, because that is a major role, major component from the one himself, Odie Bakshish.
What's up, guys? Odie Bakshish here. So from 2022 into this season, I made some massive changes. I was running a 2-car team, my pro car and the PROSPEC car driven by Bogovich. We just wanted to really step it up. We had a good formula and we just scaled it up. Now going into 2023, I'm running a 3-car team. My S15 driven by me, Simon Olsen's driven a pro car that's a brand new build, and the PROSPEC car is being driven by Ben Hobson. So far, we're having a great time. The cars are dialed, they're running great. We did so much work in the off season, getting them up to the competitive spec that they are. All the drivers got multiple test days, so we're coming in swinging. So even though I've tasked myself with being a team manager of 3 cars, I am still the driver of one of those cars. I still have to carry the burden of being ready as a driver, and also the burden of making sure that all 3 cars are running. I got a great team behind me, but I gotta make sure everyone's working together. It's this kind of stuff that keeps me going. It's what gets me out of bed. Just always continuously improving and building on this business model. It's a bit of a challenge, but it's also that energy that I need. It's kind of what I live for. So I'm very much looking forward to running all 3 cars this season, and we'll see where it goes into multiple seasons. One of the other big changes going into this season is the title sponsor. Now the title sponsor is my company, Fuel Suspension, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have it on all the cars. Ben Hobson's car is the Pedal Commander car. Fuel Suspension still a very big presence on the car, but my car and Simon's car, Fuel Suspension's title. So feels great to pump my own brand and just put in front of everyone's face and let everyone see how involved Fuel Suspension is in motorsports, how involved they are on my team and so many other teams that we help out here at Formula Drift. Going into this season, I also changed tire brands. I am now running GT Radial, which is an amazing tire. We were blown away when we went testing. And it really helps that all 3 cars are on GT Radial. For example, if we change tire pressure throughout the day because it's getting cooler and it's gripping up, Simon could be maybe the first one that notices that, and he could tell me while I'm waiting to do my battle, and vice versa. So overall, it's amazing to be firstly on GT Radial and for all 3 cars to be able to be on the same tire. And I'm very much looking forward to fighting hard all season long and just putting on a great show for you guys. Make sure to check out our cars on the Throttle app. See you guys later.
The finals are set. Thank you for sticking around, you hardcore fans. And again, some of you, I know, you know, you got family in the building. You're cheering on your favorite driver. Well, you're stoked if it's Ben Hobson or Kohl Richards. I know Hobson's Pops is in the building. Kohl Richards saw his mom earlier, and look at that, Alabama, Naples, Florida. You got a lot of horsepower on deck, and again, your champion of 2023 and your rookie of the year of 2023. It's a pretty cool finals right there.
I don't think you could plan that out if you want to.
No, man, that was cool. So we will see who comes out on top. Again, thank you to all the competitors this year. We're going to celebrate them tomorrow night. We'll give out the trophies for this round as well as the championship. But I guess, serendipitous and rightfully so, here's the Rookie of the Year and the champion being 1 and 2 at the final round. And that's proof positive of their accolades and their hard work.
Yeah, they definitely got huge support behind both of those gentlemen, and it's just really cool to see the range that we have. Like we were talking earlier during qualifying, Jacob and I were like, we have the youngest driver who is a third of the age of our oldest driver in PROSPEC, and it's just it's really cool to see the everything come together.
Absolutely. Well, we got one more battle left, so this might be the last time we're talking, Lorette, but what do you got?
Well, just a general update. Kohl Richards here, you can see he's pulling away. He was sitting in his car, keeping cool, calm, and collected. The team not telling him what adjustments they were making. There was a grocery bag that was on the supercharger that was full of ice. Keeping that cool, they were refilling the radiator, just doing general checks and checking that tire pressure as well. And now that he rolls away, he's going to the start line for the first time, and I'm so excited to see what he can do against the champ, guys.
Well, again, both these guys have wins previously. Most recently, Ben Hobson with the win in St. Louis, and then Kohl Richards at round 2 in New Jersey with that of Rudy Hansen getting the victory at round 1 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship, and that was in Road Atlanta. Entering the Pedal Commander Burnout box with the Pedal Commander livery on the S chassis of Ben Hobson, Kohl Richards. They're in the all-black Mean Machine. And we will warm up those GT radial tires and bring them right back. Both supercharged LSs under the hood are sticking out. Who's your money on?
Man, I guess, am I allowed to say?
I mean, you can. I mean, you can only tell the future by looking at the past. Consistency has been Ben Hobson's name of the game,
Yeah,
and
I would
we've
agree with
seen
that.
And like I told you earlier, I talked about it, just peaking at the right time. Kohl, has a little bit of hiccups here and there. His car's overheating. It's just all these little issues here and there. Ben Hobson, he's the guy to beat. He's riding on cloud 9. This is gravy. This is truly gravy. He's won the championship. This would just be, monumental for him to. Don't start yawning, bro. No yawning just yet, man. Come on, get that man a rock star. Let's get him fired up. You too, there, bro. All right, so there we go. All right.
Just cheesing.
Yeah, that big Andy Hateley fan, Hateley beard right there. It's like we stepped into Forrest Gump right here, right? Right. So we got Forrest and Bubba Gump right here, man, right in the building. Thank you guys so much. Can't wait to have them shrimp tacos later, bro. I think I'm gonna go home now. All right, so here we go. Our finals are set. Are you ready to send it? The sun is setting here in Utah. Ben Hobson, your champ, versus Kohl Richards, your Rookie of the Year. Hobson out front, qualifies 9th. Richards qualifying 27th, going on first inside clip, passing inside clip, to the first outside zone, touch and go. Ben Hobson fills all of it. Kohl Richards surges in attack. He got contact with that second outside zone. Ben Hobson flirting with the edge of the course, throws up some gravel, maybe nudged a little bit by Kohl Richards. That last outside zone goes Ben Hobson. You can see him swirly Dan into and out of the gravel. So some contact there. It looked like, again, maybe shoving Hobson off into the gravel, but he fought back.
Yeah, it was oh man, I was so pumped with this run here. Richards did a fantastic job in the chase run. Hobson gave him really good opportunity in the lead run, and look at this best transition of the night so far in the chase position, went from 1 to 2. He did get a little shallower line there. I haven't really seen any contact from this vantage point. I think Hobson just maybe the car is a lot colder than Richards. I don't know if that translates to the tires. They do warm up, obviously, but that he can transpire through all the suspension and everything else like that. So look at this initiation again here. Richards just putting on the pressure straight away here. Look at this, perfectly timed. He could have been blind for all we know, looking into that sun.
Right.
And it might have showed here. He puts on a little left foot brake, tries to get back in that pocket while Hobson does a little excavating there in outer zone 2, but he does put it back into outer zone 3 as they finish out the run here. Richards always frame and definitely put on the presence there. as they finish out that run here. Taking another peek at that initiation. Just looking at him, just hammering down here. Pedal commander fully matted. I just can't get over that transition. Richards, there's no contact. He kept it cool. Best one yet we've seen from 1 to 2 in the chase position so far. There's one more opportunity to top that. Will Hobson do it? Oh, I can't wait. He's got to bring it. He's got nothing to lose, but he's got all the bragging rights to win here.
Well, again, we do know because of qualifying, Donati is 3rd place, number 2 qualifier. So who's going to get the win? And of course, the loser in the scenario gets 2nd place. Still a great effort here today. We are on course for some pretty good things, and finishing, and unfortunately with that incident of the clipping point, the rubber base of that clipping point going into the radiator, that kind of reversed things, and we got Kohl Richards out here, and Kohl's more excited about that than anybody, and I don't think Josh Love is going to hold that against him. That's just just a rule that we needed to assess, and like Kevin said, he said it best, we're blazing a new trail as far as the outcome of that battle. So
yeah, you can only have so much foresight in scenarios that can happen with consequences.
Yeah.
Because we have like certain flow charts of like, if this happens, and we got to go this way.
Right.
And that one was like, we
Never
ran out of
seen
charts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
no more
whole
trees
new
on the
trail.
branch. So.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, hard-working crew out there. Thank you to our Formula Drift staff, our whole team members, and of course our Utah Motorsports campus. Again, the sun's going to drop right behind that hill. I say hill, the mountain, and it's going to get a lot darker, and the temperature's going to drop too. And that's got to be playing a role because, as you said, Hobson's car colder, hasn't been running for a while, right? And I saw some corrections from him. Feeding the wheel in that lead position, so it wasn't exactly as smooth as I kind of described earlier. So Kohl Richards, I think he's going to throw down a heater of a run, leave it all on the track. The last run for the 2023 season for the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. Again, congratulations, Ben Hobson, your 23 champ, and Kohl Richards, your Rookie of the Year in the 23 season. Both of them initiating past that inside clip. Look at Ben Hobson applying the pressure. Kohl Richards overcooks it. Goes, looks like at least 2 off on that right-hand side. Now in the second outside zone. See if he can fill it. Want to see a different perspective there. Ben Hobson kind of kicking back. Let Kohl Richards do what he's got to do, baby. And then as we send it into that final outside zone, if we have a victor, I'm not going to tell you exactly who it is. We're going to bring him down here in front of the stands. We know Jeff Donati's got 3rd. We'll announce the winner. Therefore, you'll know who gets the win. Sopa, run it back.
Yeah, let's do this here.
See what we
really
got.
Want to see that initiation. It kind of looked like Richards kind of pushed Hobson off the course there. So taking a look from our Air Force replay here. Richards throwing it in there. Hobson putting the pressure on early as they get into the outer inner clip 1, and no contact. It was just kind of a singularity there with Richards just overcooking it in outer zone 1 and kind of set the precedence for the rest of the run. And Hobson trying to play catch up here. Richards could have been a little deeper in outer zone 2. Decent transition here by both gentlemen here as they go into outer 3. Richards definitely not as deep as Hobson was in that particular zone of 3. So taking a look here, good proximity in inner clip 1, blasting through. That might have been too many tires off of Richards here. I couldn't really see it at that angle, but Hobson still trying to put some pressure here as his flag is flying through there. Getting to outer zone 3, still trying to put the pressure on. Could have had a little bit better anticipatory transition. They get through 3. Richards is smooth, just not as deep as Hobson in his lead position. So how awesome is that? They look so close there, but I think that's going to be the crux of Richard's situation not taking it home here, is that he had 2 wheels off in that outer zone
1. All right, so again, analyzing these runs, and you can see them. It looks like we do have a winner. So we'll bring them down here, including Jeff Donati. We'll bring down Kohl Richards. We'll bring down Ben Hobson, and again, Jeff Donati. Thank you to all the fans joining us here in the building. Thank you for joining us online Our winner will be announced here on the track. Also, we will have our trophy ceremony at the podium for our Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. Thank you to all our sponsors. Remember, we have Pro tomorrow beginning at 11 o'clock local time. Myself and want to thank our sponsors this entire season supporting Link Engine Management's ProSpec Championship, and of course, Link Engine Management, GT Radio, Royal Purple, TireStacks.com, United States Air Force, and BC Racing. Do you think we have a clear, definitive winner?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, no doubt about it.
There they are as we are bringing our one more driver, again, third place. Make some noise for him as they step outside of the vehicle. We do know that it's a CoroWorks 1 and 2. Congratulations again, doing that for Tyler Clayton. Great friend of the Formula Drift family. We lost him, he lost his battle with cancer, but celebrating him by, again, there he is. Make some noise, the door banged up, can't get out of his car, can't open the door. Your finalists, your 1, 2, and 3. Some great battles, some hard-fought battles, some great season. Without further ado, third place, that Bridge Moto vehicle and that BMW. Third place goes to Jeff Donati. And now your winner here, as the sun sets, we'll pop some champagne here in a little bit. Your winner here at round 4 of the Link Engine Management Formula Drift ProSpec Championship here at Utah Motorsports Campus. On some GT radials, repping CoroWorks, your winner and your 2023 FD champion, Mr. Ben Hobson. Ben Hobson is your winner and your champion, and second place goes to your 2023 FD Rookie of the Year, Kohl Richards. 19 years young, 1, 2, and 3, Hobson, Richards, and Donati. High fives and handshakes celebrating again your champion and Rookie of the Year. And Donati, we'll see you on the podium. Lorette Nickel, you had some great words with Ben Hobson, and he said it earlier. Hey, we're in the grade 8. Party continues. We still got work to do. So, Lorette, I know you're down there with all 3. Grab Hobson. Let's have some words with our champion and our winner.
I heard it got.
Well, you could see a little bit of a surprise with Ben Hobson when he won that championship, but the team was still working really hard, still focusing right here on this moment. You did it. You made the prediction that this was the #1 spot that you were going to finish in today.
Oh, wait, did they announce?
You didn't hear? Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Ben Hobson. Congratulations.
No, sorry, Odie, not gonna do it.
Obviously, there's been a lot of celebration down here. Grabbing his dad. Jared, he didn't actually hear you call him as the winner.
Yeah, I get it. Whatever.
Yeah,
he's looking for some hot moms.
I know. Well, he's down here and celebrating with his team, and I thought he was a little bit calm, and now you can see that flood of emotion just come over him and each and every one of his teammates. I just want to step out and let him celebrate. There is so much emotion down here. This is just an incredible moment for him.
Where's he at? There he is. Good job, man.
And he is grabbing Odie, his team manager, for the first year driving for Odie. Odie obviously saw the spark, saw so many things that were amazing for Ben. Odie just said, thanks for not jumping on my roof. Hey, do you want to finish your winner's interview?
Sorry,
Can you turn around? This way. There's so much going on. Not only does he win the 2023 Formula Drift ProSpec Championship, he finishes the year out with a win, 2 in a row. Ben, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Like I said earlier, I couldn't do it without these boys standing behind me. Reliability at its finest with
Team Odie, I mean, Phil's suspension car is on par for every single time I get in it. I might drive the wheels off of it, but it is reliable and it stays ready for me. So I can't give enough thanks for the team, the car, the people here, the drivers, all my friends. It's family to me. This is my life. This is what I do. So it's an honor. It was a dream, and now it's reality. So we're here, and it's time to party, man. Off track, not on track no more. So we're good.
But I feel like you pushed aside the fact that you were titled as the 2023 champion because you had more work to do. Is the gravity of the situation starting to hit you?
A little bit. I'm starting to get a little cold, a little chills, going down my spine because it's all. Y'all have seen me here for 3 seasons, but y'all haven't seen where I started and where I've came from. I mean, I've been grinding at this since 2012. I bought my first car in 2014 and built it, and did my first event in 2018, and now we're here. So it's an honor to be a part of this series and this sport, and I can't wait to grow more. So I'm stoked.
So happy for you, Ben. There is one more presentation left to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. This is your 2023 Formula Drift ProSpec champion and your winner here at Utah Motorsports Park. Well done.
Absolutely. Well done to you as well, Lorette. Thank you for getting all the hot stories in the hot pits. And there it is, BH, Ben Hobson, the number 213 was the click. And thank you again, Matt Sopa.
Absolutely.
Great season announcing with you.
Yeah, appreciate it,
Thank you for
man.
your insight, your passion, your loyalty. We'll see you on the line tomorrow as well as at Irwindale. But you've been a great contribution to insight, perspective, passion, making it modular, your love for your wife and your son. So thank you so much for everything you did this year.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. And look, 101 points, man. Talk about a dominant performance. And again, Ben alluded to a little bit of it. Andy Hateley finishes 2nd overall in the season. Rudy Hansen. Kohl Richard jumps up to 4th. And Donati, who gets 3rd. Remember, tune in tomorrow, 11 a.m. local time, Utah Motorsports Campus, round 7 of the Formula Drift Championship. Again, congratulations to Ben, not once, but twice. Hobson, your champion and winner. Kohl Richards, your Rookie of the Year and 2nd place. And Jeff Donati rounds it out with the final round. Congratulations to everybody, especially you, the fans. We'll be back here, back at it like a track addict here at UMC, Utah Motorsports Campus. We'll see you online and we'll see you in no time. Send it to the Drift Nation.